Oh, I gotta see you this video too. I think you should do some shit like this. I'm gonna send it to you after this. I think this shit would be dope. It's some sports. All right, y'all. Y'all need to start rolling up in this mug, man. It's Thursday, though. None of y'all niggas got a TNA subscription.
Man, trying to
Wait,
watch.
wait, AEW on right now?
Yeah, I was just trying to watch Impact and Collision at the same time. It's so hard. I can do multiple sports, but two wrestling shows is insane. I just
They gotta
paused
stop being
TNA.
scary, bro.
I just paused TNA for now because I can catch up on it after this.
These niggas scared to compete against Backlash. What the fuck? Backlash gonna be ass. Collision might get more views. The fuck?
It probably would. I don't know why they wouldn't just keep it on a Saturday.
That's
Then
crazy, bro.
they got Ricochet wrestling the guy with one leg next week.
Yeah, I just seen him. He took that shit. That's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but Ricochet should be the international champion right now. He should have won at
Yeah.
Revolution.
He said, "Fuck it, I'd rather be a comedy heel than be whatever WWE was." But that Javon Evans shit was stupid, bro. That was a waste. That was a stupid ass argument,
Javon Evans cooked his ass. I don't really see what his point was.
bro. Like you could tell Ricochet really was that guy. He was, especially when he had that weak ass hairstyle he used to have with the long hair with the glasses. You could tell he was a bitch back in the day, bro. Like leave that man alone, bro. Stop trolling WWE, bro. Here this motherfucker go. Man, she not about to become the champion of shit, bro. Nikita, listen. Shout out to everybody WWE. They made it. They pursued their dreams, all that good shit. But Nikita Lion, I'm sick of Nikita Lyons now, because now it's like she just do too much, bro.
I
She
rather
always got to clap back at motherfuckers on Twitter. Like, bro, if you comfortable doing what you do what you do. Show people that you can. Like, come on now.
I rather just get fired. It's no way you can be in developmental and get demoted. Just fire me at that point.
Word, and her shit is different from Wendy Chu shit. Like they sent Wendy Chu there to help motherfuckers get up. They sent her there because she can't do shit in NXT. Wendy Chu could still do shit in NXT if they brought her back right now. That's the difference. That shit crazy, bro. Keita Lyons is really, but now that's gonna expose something, man. I'm looking forward to seeing something because I got a theory. I'm gonna have to save it for a video, but we gonna see about these women that's so fine and all that. I want to see how long this shit lasts. If she survive another release, I might have to call bullshit, man. I might have to call tampering and tomfoolery.
There's something going on.
Is she in the same boat as Cora Jade? What's the difference? I'm confused. And Cora Jade better. She got cut. So they both injuries? So I don't want to hear that shit, man. Shit, man. What the chat got going on, man? Let me find out. Y'all only available on the weekends and shit. Everybody trying to wake up early and go to work. I feel it though. I feel it. This shit gonna get busy though.
So Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale gonna have a match for no reason.
Nice. sounds like Collision. Even if it's on a Thursday, the same old shit.
And she on Chris Statlander tried to apologize, but on Willow not going for it, I guess. So
Shit, maybe they give us some grit or something, man. I'm gonna tap back in with AEW next week, man. I don't know, man. When double or nothing this month?
yeah, May 25th.
Mm,
Wait, oh, is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
most of this should be Sunday. It's probably gonna be a Sunday.
That's also NXT Battleground.
Well, man, you got a decision, man. St. Louis Blues. What's that hockey? Oh, I figured.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Listen, man.
I
I'm
mean,
from New Jersey, but I'm a Rangers fan, man. I don't fuck with the Devils. Fuck that.
when you Alex, to be fair, the Blues really shouldn't have got that far. The Connor Hellebuck, that I never seen somebody drop that bad in the playoffs. They got lucky as hell in the first round.
Evolve was going on. Jude, I make simple matches, man. Just shit that they don't have, like first blood matches and shit. Rage man, Reg, he be making hella good ass matches. So if you want the formula, you gotta ask him. He makes some good like custom matches. I wish you could. Can you share matches? I never looked at that shit.
I
Like
don't know.
community creations, that would be nice.
I ain't played 2K in a minute, so
Me neither. I played no, bro. I played today just to update my universe roster to be realistic. Once I took off Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai, I was like, damn, the Raw women's roster really not that fucking big. If you really looked without Julie and Roxanne included, I'm like, this roster is kind of Raw. To be fair, Raw's roster is kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie.
I
If you
was
look
looking.
at it all around,
Yeah, I was looking at the other day before I made that video with the Bullet Club. That's why I was like, I could just trade some people to get more talented people over here. Like if I do some 2-for-1s, I can get talent out of that.
mm-hmm. They need to. They need to. If they haven't, people keep saying, "Oh, the draft, bro." Did they announce a draft, or am I tweaking? Did I miss something? People keep talking about a draft, a
No,
draft. Did
they just people just speculating that it's gonna be a draft. They didn't announce nothing.
because
But I
the
feel like
last
they should.
time, the last time they did a draft was the Kiana James draft, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember nothing after that,
I don't think the draft is really stupid. They should just be trades because that's really what it is essentially.
bro.
'Cause most of the same people stay on the roster. Then you make the champions unavailable last year,
I
so
was
just
just
do
about to
trades.
say, I don't want to see a draft, and that should be like raw drafts. Eo Scott, bro. Like that's a waste of time, bro. Come on,
I'd rather they do.
come on.
I'd rather they do trades. I think that'd actually be fun.
It's clear Roxanne Julia might be part of Finn's stable if he starts a new one. I mean, that'll be fine, but why do he need? Not saying it like multiple women, but why would he need two women unless they would go directly after Liv and Raquel, and then you will have to do something magical to make Liv and Raquel baby faces because they're not gonna be the baby faces. So I don't know I don't know how you get to that point because JD fuck around might not leave with Finn low key. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's looking a little iffy. He might say nah, Finn, you on some bullshit.
I don't know. I still stand on Julia shouldn't be in a group, but I guess we can all get what we want.
If they put her in the group, here's my thing, so she could keep learning the system, bro. Just let her wrestle, bro. I'm tired of hearing this bullshit. She's fine, bro. Just let her wrestle, bro. Julia could make the not the same, but you had Oscar. That was the blueprint. You got Io Sky. You got Julia. It's come on. It's not that hard to do. It's not that difficult, y'all. It's really not. They might have brought her up too soon from the standpoint of she got hurt. So that low key, if she wouldn't have got hurt, I want to know what they was gonna do. I'm really curious now. Stephanie might not have got that title, bro. If she didn't get hurt, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Stephanie might be lightning in the bottle, and they didn't expect that shit.
Yeah, because that definitely changed a lot. And that's probably the only reason why
Kalani,
Park was in the main event scene.
you feel me? So I don't know what the situation is, bro. SmackDown. They women's roster not deep, but like her going there, she would just go there to lose to whoever. She can't even win on fucking NXT right now. We got to give Kalani another year. Maybe
She,
shit, maybe two.
how many matches has she won since she lost the title?
She won a qualifier for the ladder match.
She, I might be wrong,
Hmm.
but I feel like since she lost that title, she's won 3 or 4 matches. She hasn't won that many matches since she done lost.
Let's talk about it, y'all. Y'all talk about NXT got a great women's roster, which they do. It's getting oversaturated though. I think they cut the wrong people. I think they cut the wrong people, bro. Some of them NXT motherfuckers have been in the PC since like before 2020, bro. Them the motherfuckers y'all need to get rid of. I'm not even trying to be funny, but like After a while, it's like, yo, we can't keep doing this shit. Right hand Cam was good, bro. I agree. I think y'all gonna be very disappointed when LA Knight don't win that shit. When Chelsea Green don't win that shit. Naomi, it's possible because the only way I see her not winning is if she said that shit about retiring, blah blah blah, and they like, motherfucker, we ain't about to have you win, you about to retire. So I can see her being in the match though with Jade Cargill and both of them take each other out and somebody else win. I can see that.
I could see Naomi could just straight up take the title from Tiffany. Then he had Jade. Well, shit, Jade already beat her. Or you could have Jade win and have Naomi beat her for it. But I don't know who. I don't really know who's gonna win Money in the Bank because you could put Karrion Kross in there. I think that'd be a good option. I think nobody that's like LA Knight. I don't see it if he's still in the U.S. title picture. Money in the Bank less than a month away, so you can't just insert him into the Money in the Bank that quick.
I think he should have won that shit when Damian won. Damian could have got the title a different way. If they that invested in Damian, he could have. Was that the year Cody won the Rumble the second time or the first time? That was the second time.
Well, he won it last year, right? Because
Yeah.
So that's the second time.
Yeah, Damian Priest could have won that. Could have won. You still could have got Cody versus Roman off of some other shit. Elimination Chamber. I don't know, something. They could have did something with that, bro. That Money in the Bank shit it is kind of starting to get. It's like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put that shit back at WrestleMania. Replace Money in the Bank with I don't know, No Way Out, Unforgiven, something, bro. I'm getting sick of this shit now.
They keep having, the wrong people keep winning. Like Drew McIntyre had no reason to win it.
That was a waste.
That could have been Jey Uso's moment right there.
Facts, bro. He could have won that shit. The motherfucker was the poster. I'm like, yo, I hate WWE.
That's insane.
Blood Crow was good, man. That's that TKO shit, man. Oh man. Y'all make sure if y'all ain't check out that Karrion Kross video, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. TKO, if y'all about the money, that's the reason why y'all let Jey Uso win. Karrion Kross selling t-shirts. So it didn't now if Karrion Kross don't get shit, I don't know. Y'all can say he ass, y'all can say whatever. That's the same thing y'all said about Jey Uso. The motherfucker selling. He got hype. He be trending. So now what? That's from a business standpoint. Fans, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like nobody anyway, so it's fine.
They need to let him wrestle more. Like he great with the promos and stuff. Like he just needs to wrestle more. Because I'm starting to like him more. I just want to see him in the ring more. You could have him do something with Sammy, do something with AJ again. Have him wrestle Jay. Then he lose, and then that's when you start the story with AJ Styles, and he build him back up, and that's how he eventually win the championship.
I wouldn't mind seeing him beat up on Penta. Penta don't got to win every match. He already lost a few. Fuck it. Why not?
Penta don't need to be at this match this weekend, but I don't even know how he.
It's a fucking waste, bro. If he went, he better not, bro. I could if the only way I might accept him winning is if Finn costs Dominic the match. That's the only way. I'll be like, you know what? But I still want Dominic to have a belt and defend it against Finn Balor. Fuck that.
Yeah, Penta don't need to win.
She better have a match. She might be the main event.
They ain't even started building for the event, so
she should be the main event. And then Alberto and whoever could open that bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, is that shit? That shit not gonna be in Mexico, right?
No, that's in LA.
Oh my fucking gosh!
But WWE stupid for that because they got Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank 4 hours apart on the same day.
You gotta stop doing that, bro. Put that shit on Friday, bro. Fuck SmackDown, bro. Like something, bro. Cause that shit not really, bro. To be honest, that shit not really That shit don't feel like a PLE anyway. That shit could just be Wars Collide, NXT Tuesday. That shit don't feel like a PLE, bro. I'm sorry. That shit, I don't know.
Or you could have just did
Nobody's shown up yet.
Or you could have just did it on a Sunday. I don't think like you had a whole weekend. What's going on that Sunday?
They don't want to double book that arena. That's what it is. They cheap motherfuckers, bro. Double book that because I don't think shit. What? That's the crypto. They doing that shit.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Ain't no Clippers and no Lakers basketball. What we doing? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Speaking of basketball, I got a theory about the Knicks and the Pistons. Yeah. They seen all that doubt all year because halfway through the season, everybody guaranteed the Cavs Celtics conference finals. They using that as motivation now, so they both up 2-0.
The Knicks, I could see the Knicks blowing it though, but they probably won't. But I could see it's possible.
They could, but they at home now. Madison Square Garden gonna be rocking, so I don't know.
Same night. I'd rather watch Double or Nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching Double or Nothing.
AEW pay-per-views is better.
I could just catch up with NXT the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm watching Double or Nothing. They doing the little the casino shit at Double or Nothing, right? The chip or whatever the fuck the stupid shit they be doing.
I hope not. I'm not trying to see that again.
Hey, maybe that might be how Jay White injured?
I think so.
Oh, never mind. I'm about to say that's how you get his shot. Never mind. Man, I like how Fletcher win that. And I don't want to see no fucking Joker. I'm sick of that bullshit too, bro. That shit is so stupid. Please stop doing that. That's facts.
Said what?
I was just complaining about that shit the other day. Like, bro, like the only stipulation matches we get is ladder matches. That's really it. How about we just have a traditional tables match? I just want to see somebody get put through a table. Like, what's the problem with that? I like tables matches, bro, because that's how little motherfuckers could beat the big motherfuckers.
Yeah, but we need to have a 6-pack challenge again. Bring those back.
Oh, facts. Hey, Jude, that's why he deleted that shit. That's why he deleted. Man, he ain't gonna be a lifer. He'll be fine, bro. Just like Swerve talking shit about WWE, they'll take him back, bro. That shit don't mean nothing, bro.
I mean,
because at the end of the day, it's about money.
Look at CM Punk.
I was about to say
he's only back for money, and he's a liar. But we're not gonna get into that. It's CM Punk straight edge, drinks beers at hockey games. Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker probably be doing CBD. I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. Shout out to him. Fucking I remember that Travis Hunter video where he pulled up to Jacksonville for the first time, and I seen Tony Khan. I'm like, look at this bastard. That's funny as hell. That nigga look. Tony Khan do be looking like hey. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. I'm talking to your pops, nigga. You not the nigga. I'm talking to the big Khan. He saved Collision today. Yeah, that shit was funny, but
no, it was funny. But that whole segment made Collision worse. Not because of Ricochet, but the lines they gave him was stupid. He started bragging about beating Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, calling them AEW legends. What are we talking about? They got there 2 days ago. Talking about he beat Kenny Omega in an 8-man tag team match. What are we talking about?
But that kind of fit his character. So I get what they trying to do, but he need to be just keep him on Dynamite, bro. Ricochet should be upper echelon. Get the belt off of Okada, bro. Come on, I'm sick of that shit. Get him out here.
He really could have just pinned Kenny Omega at Revolution, then you move into Kenny Omega versus Okada for the Continental Championship, because that would have had some more prestige to it.
And they supposed to have a match.
I don't even know. They ain't had it yet. They just been doing tag team stuff.
Yeah, let's combine them titles at this point, because one of them shits isn't as valuable as people think, and it ain't the one that Kenny got. The other one actually is more valuable, but the wrong person holding that shit.
Yeah.
Kind of decent. Yeah, I seen her. I seen her putting paws on her.
Yeah. That
The Rock not showing up for no damn B show, bro.
he showed up for Bad Blood.
I mean, well, they begged him supposedly. They begged him. K Quick.
What's poppin', fellas?
Was good.
Shit, man, what's going on, man? What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing. Just cooling out before this late night studio session. So came through to see what y'all was talking about.
So it's a backlash, man.
hold on. Before you even go, you sound stressed the fuck out already.
Bro, I don't even feel like watching this shit on Saturday, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
My main issue with Black Backlash, man, is it just, first of all, is it just me, or did this PLE just pop up quick as hell? Like there was like I feel like right after WrestleMania, 2 weeks later we got Backlash.
It's because the Royal Rumble was in February this year. When has the Royal Rumble ever been in February? So that just
you do got a point, because technically wasn't WrestleMania earlier than normal?
Yeah.
No, I was later.
No, it
was later.
Yeah,
yeah, but still, it seemed like
April.
Oh, no wonder. All right, but it just
Rumble's
seems
supposed
like
to be in January.
Yeah, dang. So yeah, I'm thinking backwards. So everything kind of got pushed back.
Yeah,
as opposed to forward. All right, so yeah, but still, it's no need to be playing catch up. I feel like they didn't give no time to breathe. It's like
it's gonna stay that way too, because Money in the Bank right after this, June 7th.
Oh yeah, like like the following week, right? Like next week we got Money in the Bank.
They ain't doing nothing for that either. So it's like, I don't know. The thing with Drew made a good point too in my video I made about Backlash. It's only one world title match.
Well, yeah, because they ain't gonna have Cena, because Cena only got like 20-something dates left. They ain't gonna let them waste that. He got to stretch that out to December.
But you have 4 world champions between the men and the women, and only one of them competing at the event. You could have had one of the women's world champions. Well, they ain't have time to build it, so realistically you couldn't. But if you had time to build it, you could have another world championship match and have 6 total matches on the card. Because that Gunther and Pat McAfee match is so stupid.
But watch that be the best match.
It won't be. Pat McAfee gonna get sent back to ESPN.
You better squash him.
He better squash. If he should squash him, then Ilya comes out after the match. There's no need for Pat McAfee to win.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think it's gonna be a straight squash, because look, for real, on the low, Pat McAfee can go himself. Like for real, I didn't think when he had that WrestleMania match with Theory, and he's just as, for real, he can go just as good as, for real. He has the Logan Paul factor. Like he's good for no reason at all. You know what I mean? The only difference is we like him as a person.
You know what? If Goldberg come out, I wouldn't even be mad at it, because Backlash needs something. So if he come out, I wouldn't be mad. And if that shit is at Crown Jewel, I don't care. I don't care if Crown Jewel is Saudi. I don't care if it's in Australia. I don't give a fuck if that shit is in Detroit. Crown Jewel's ass. I don't care.
Time, I don't even know I don't even remember what the card is fully. You know, and let me take a wild guess. These women's mid cards titles are not on the card, correct?
They are. They are. Lyra and Becky for the IC title. That's on the card.
That's cool.
Well,
that's
well,
fine.
good. For real, I'm good with that, because I've been saying since they debuted, since WrestleMania, that they need to start putting some validity on these mid-card women titles and getting them on some pay-per-views. And the fact that Becky Lynch is fighting for it, that's gonna help it a lot. You know, especially if she wins it.
Yeah, but my thing is, Okay, we don't get the triple threat tag team ladder match at WrestleMania. You couldn't at least save it for Backlash? Because that would have been better than every match on this card.
I agree. I definitely agree.
How about this? How about we go back to what Backlash is supposed to be? The shit is literally called Backlash. I don't mind rematches after WrestleMania. So some of them need to run that shit back. Even if they just did Rio versus Io straight up. Okay, it's Backlash, nigga. Yes, I understand. Let's run it back. Like I don't get that shit,
That's
bro.
what I thought was going to happen. Whoever didn't get pinned would have got a rematch at Backlash. They didn't do that for some reason.
Well, whole time I don't even think. When was the last time they actually honored the rematch clause for when you lose the title?
When Rhea Ripley was involved.
I'm about to say that's probably the only person that got her shit back
Which
that got
is
rematches.
ridiculous.
Look at the way they did Trick is crazy. They had him and Sage
I mean,
triple threats. Like he can't get a one-on-one match.
man, this is weird. Royal Rumble winners don't main event, and now you don't get rematches.
Before y'all niggas say it, okay. Nigga, we're not the ones saying niggas who win the Rumble should main event. They literally said that shit many years ago. Since
Yeah,
like 2020, they was saying that shit. They was saying that shit since
saying
2020, bro. So it's not
No,
us
that's
saying
100. That's
it.
fact.
Like,
It's
but
literally it was literally one of the clauses of the Royal Rumble. You get the main event, WrestleMania for the belt. And
and then
granted, it was probably easier back then because it wasn't a brand split and so on and so forth. But I mean, it's just too much politics, bro. To the fact that we think we're what's the dang term? It's the something effect, whatever. I don't know. I'm frustrated, bro.
sorry, they fucked Scarlett up. Sorry, she is decent in the ring, but they had Scarlett and Shotzi hosting the fucking Eddie Murphy's haunted house instead of being a tag team. So that ship is sailed, guys. Sorry.
Uh,
They should have been a fucking tag. That's the easiest booking ever. They should have been a tag team before she got released or let go, whatever the fuck. So Scarlett, she ain't wrestling no time soon. And if she do, she'll wrestle the Ivy Niles and shit like that. They ain't gonna let Scarlett do shit, bro.
nah. And for real, firstly, have any of you fellas seen Shotzi's first interview since she's been released? She was on Busted Open today.
I've been
dang,
seeing the clips. I ain't see the
Well,
whole
yeah.
shit.
So I remember she said something that really, 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 really stuck out to me for real. And it kind of gives you more so the reality of the business because even when you're under it's and this more so speaks to people who are actually in the business in the indies trying to get into the bigger companies, whether it's the TNAs, the AEWs, what have you. It's like even if you're under contract, there's no loyalty in the business. It's really none. It's not what you have done for them. It's more so what they can get out of you. Shotzi literally said, because granted, last year she had that injury, right? She had that injury where her leg got jacked up in the middle of the match and they had to pull her audible. She literally said to something to the extent of like, literally, I gave my leg for the business in this company that I love working for. I'm going thinking that because I did that and fought through it, that you would get rewarded coming back and so on and so forth. Come to find, but when you come back, get cleared, not on TV, sitting in catering, and when it's like 4 months left until her contract signs up, she has to because really when it comes to that point, based on what everybody is saying, that's when they initiate conversations about like renewal and new contracts and stuff. The only time she got hit back was when she was getting the news of the release. So it's just crazy how you can give so much, but you're not entitled to get anything back.
Yeah, that. Are we doing? I don't want to spoil the shit. Is it we doing something with about the union shit, right? Or we not? or my bugging? I
I
feel
don't
like somebody
remember
brought
that.
that up before. I know I did one for my Patreon, but the WWE, I'll give y'all a little exclusive, right? Somebody on the Patreon asked me, should WWE have a union? They can't have a union because
They
independent
tried that.
contractors, blah blah blah, and that is union. Every company hates unions, bro, because
Mhm.
what unions realistically do is you really can't get fired unless you do the most wildest shit ever. And if you're part of a union, bro, you can show up hella late to work. You could be on drugs. They gotta send you to rehab and give you another chance.
Right.
Union isn't good from that extent. The only extent that I would say it was good, motherfuckers would not be able to just get released like they are right now. That's the only thing that would protect them. But WWE
And,
not going for that shit, bro.
and
What?
plus, a union wouldn't really work unless all employees are on deck. You know what I mean? It's kind of because they tried the whole union stuff before back in the day, but Hulk Hogan ratted everybody out. All it takes is for somebody to crawl up under the boss thinking they can get some brownie points for some political pull, which Hogan initially ended up having, which is why
Mhm.
nobody which is why the boys don't really like him, because he wasn't for the boys. Because when the boys tried to do something for the boys, he stooged everybody to save his ass. So who's to say that there aren't going to be stooges, whether it's the wrestlers, the refs, the whatever?
They could do what they could have like the NBA got like the players thing or whatever the case may be. They could do that, but the only reason why NBA motherfuckers do that because they do that for money. So that's when
Right.
they want bigger contracts. WWE, you're not getting a bigger contract. The minimum is 300K now. You can't you if your name is Izzy Dame and you making $300,000, it's no fucking way I'm giving you more money than that. I'm sorry, respectfully. So I understand that. But they should be able to negotiate. Like, and now y'all got see this how they get you. Triple H. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get them Christmas off and shit. Oh, got you, got you, bitch. So you think you're doing them a favor? You're not doing y'all a favor. That's so y'all don't try to form a union and shit. Mm-mm. So y'all can't complain. The only thing y'all can complain that 90-day shit. They need to negotiate that shit. If you release me, I shouldn't have to wait 30 days to fucking wrestle. I don't care if I'm getting paid or not, bro. Me sitting out 90 days, I could lose all momentum. But if I go to AEW and I get released, I could just show up to WWE the next day. That's kind of fucked up. They need to get rid of that shit, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That ruins the business. Even though you don't like the competition, all right, you love this you did so well for us. Oh my gosh, you're so good, but you holding me hostage for 90 days. I can't fucking wrestle. And why can't I show up to AEW? AEW ain't shit, right? Let me go over there. If it's so ass, I must have some value if you don't want me to wrestle immediately. Something like, come on now.
And also, even if you are a bigger name on the card and or on the roster rather, and you do this union stuff, once they finish your program and get all the money they can out of you, who's to say they can't ruin you after? Like, how many big names have you seen ruined deliberately
Mm-hmm.
by like, for one, look how they did my man Rob Van Dam. At one point, Rob Van Dam was the most popular person on the roster, especially when he beat John Cena for the to unify the ECW and WWE title. He was a double champion. How in the world did he go from that to just the bottom of the card?
Facts.
So, I mean, they can do it to literally anybody. Hence the reason why a whole lot of the big stars left, because they literally had Dean Ambrose in a teddy bear costume in the middle of the ring. For crying out loud. They can ruin anybody at any chance. Nobody's expendable.
Shooting mustard at niggas and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Had the
So
motherfucker squirting mustard on people.
I think why he left because after the Shield, they didn't have no plans for Moxley. He was just Roman himself. Those were the top two guys. But he was always the star of the group. When you look at it, it was the reason he was the first single champion in the group. So,
right?
I mean
Shoot.
Roman himself just a pass from now, but during that time, he was better than both of them.
Yeah, they did it to Bobby Lashley. They did it to a whole lot of people.
I'm surprised Rusev came back after what they did to him.
Right?
He had a worse experience. I get that though. No, but nah, Rusev, that shit. It's two ways to look at that though.
That stuff a
Just
lot.
because he mad he didn't go to AW become the fucking world champion. But to be fair, Tony Khan was booking him in some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So, but still, like,
But what they had him doing with Lana was crazy with him and Bobby Lashley.
oh yeah,
That was insane. But he
and agreed to that. I'm like, you know what, bro? You can just punish me. Fuck it. I'm good. I'm not letting this nigga kiss my wife.
that's on you.
Nigga, that's my wife. That's not just some shorty who I met here and we fucking around. People seen us taking pictures. And they like, oh shit, they know y'all together, but fuck it, nigga, that's my wife, bro.
Right.
That's my wife, bro. Like,
And also,
let me kiss your old ass wife, Vince. Fuck. I mean,
Also,
he'll probably say yes though, but
also another way, well, if it makes him money, he'll say yes. So yeah, but but another way to look at it, most people argue, and I'm not discrediting him because I'm a big fan. He's had a legendary career. My man Booker T. A lot of people argue that he should have been, like, if you notice, for his time in the WWE, he's been world champion once. One time. How is that possible for Booker T? Now, granted, he's been a part of some great matches, great moments, and so on and so forth. So that kind of overshadowed him not having that title. But like, they can keep you at a certain spot. He's never really been the absolute face of that company. Maybe with the King Booker thing, that was great, but still.
even that shit was some bullshit though, because you made him so he won King of the Ring and became the world heavyweight champion at the same time. John Cena's still the champion, so niggas was happy, but it's kind of like he still wasn't the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no,
So,
because it was during that John Cena era. So yeah,
so
he
niggas
was,
ain't really care, bro. They made only way you can become champion. You gotta be a comedy gimmick to be champion. You can't be the regular fucking Booker T.
that would have been, because I still feel he should have beat Triple H at WrestleMania for the championship.
Oh man, that shit,
Still,
bro.
The problem with
so
WWE is that you have 2 world championships, but you treat the WWE championship as the higher one. Like, even, and that's fine, but it's like they need to be treated equal if they're both world championships on 2 different brands. Because even the stuff now with Seth, it's kind of stupid when you look at it. Because Roman Reigns called that the B title last year, and now all of a sudden,
yeah,
title. Shouldn't you want the WWE title? If you were disrespecting Paul Heyman last year, so I'm still kind of confused on how we got here. I mean, I expected it, but it's still stupid.
and I feel like that the prestige of the titles kind of goes back and forth, because for a little while during Roman Reigns' reign, he made that Universal title seem higher than the WWE title. You know what I'm
You
saying?
brought that up.
Because if you notice, even when he had both of them, I noticed the only title he held up in the air, he wore the WWE title around his waist, but that one he rose in the air was that Universal title.
Universal title, man.
I look at the symbolism. So he's wearing it around his waist. Good. But I would think he would take that one off and raise both of them in the air. He only rose that blue Universal in the air.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's about who has it. And I'm not saying the person makes it better. It's about, oh shit, Triple H got the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, nigga, that's the main title now. Fuck that. The other shit, who got it? JBL, whoever the fuck had it at that time. Niggas did not. I don't even remember who was the WWE champion when Triple H was the World Heavyweight Champion, bro. Niggas didn't care. Niggas did not give a fuck because Triple H had it. Then when Roman got Universal title, all of a sudden this shit is the big shit. Well, when the Fiend had it, it was just some bullshit, right? Like, I'm like, man, y'all tripping, bro. I don't like that shit.
I don't get it neither. And that I agree with. It is definitely about who has it, you know. And I feel like the World Championship is about to get raised a whole lot higher, because now this whole Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, this story is about to get wrapped up in that title. You know, right now, the only thing the WWE title got is John Cena clutching onto it. There's no long-term rivalry going on with that title right now. So I can't see that really being the main title.
Yeah. The WWE do got to be careful because the fact that was the first world title match on a Raw in 7 months is crazy. The world championship should be defended more on Raw on regular TV.
Hell
But
yeah.
my thing is, I think this leading to a whole different conversation. But I think they overworking Io Sky. If I'm not mistaken, she's wrestled every Raw and WrestleMania since that. So
There's one thing people can't say. They can't say that she ain't earned this title reign she on. That's for damn sure.
yeah, that's a good reign for sure. But they definitely overworking her. Then she got another match next week. So I'm trying to figure out, damn, when is she gonna get a break?
I mean, they overworked Seth a couple of years ago when he was the world champion. They used him until his damn knee was on backwards.
Yeah, that was bad too. And I still feel like he came back early. But
he came back way too early.
The U.S. title too. When he was the U.S. champion, I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, like, and they had to make a world championship because of that shit. I'm like, dog, this nigga the U.S. champion, and he is literally the world champion of Raw with the U.S. championship. That is fucking crazy.
like it's good to see wrestlers defend their titles and wrestle on weekly TV. We need more of that. But you can't get to a point where you're overworking these wrestlers. Like Tony Khan doing the same thing with Tony Storm. She's wrestled 3 or 4 shows straight. Maybe she didn't wrestle tonight, but then she got a match again next week. So it's like, damn, are these wrestlers gonna get a break? They just keep wrestling, and it's really no breaks.
For no reason.
Now I don't know about AEW, but if you notice, WWE does not hold house shows anymore. So the touring scheduling is not as lengthy. They just do TV and PLEs now. You know, because even myself, I looked up like WWE dates. I didn't see any house shows. I just see Raw, SmackDown, PLE. So that, of course, that benefits the wrestlers because they can come home more. They're not on the road like 5 days out the week, but still, but at the same time, matches are longer now. You know, it's fewer matches on Raw and SmackDown, but they're longer. There's more that goes into them, so it's kind of like they're having like a miniature pay-per-view match every week. Matches are like 20 minutes, 25 minutes long now, a piece.
I feel like Ilya tearing his ACL is what changed it. Because I think they was gonna do Ilya and Gunther for that World Heavyweight Championship, but then he tear his ACL at a live event, and it didn't happen before. But I think after that, that's when they decided like we gonna change it because I don't think it's been many house shows since that happened.
I don't remember any house shows since TKO took over for real.
Yeah.
Because Vince will run people into the damn ground overworking their asses on these house shows. Like Randy Orton said, he before he got his back surgery, he asked Vince for time off to get everything fixed, and Vince was like, "I need you for them dates. You know, basically suck it up. Take some icy hot or some painkillers or whatever the hell."
Made the revival take some Uzi hot.
Not, and Vince did not say anything about the painkillers. That was a joke, folks. You know, just to put that out there.
I would not be surprised. That shit's not illegal, but I want to be surprised if niggas be shooting that shit into them like that football players be doing when they get fucked up. What's that shit? It's either adrenaline or something else. I wouldn't be surprised if they still be doing that. That shit not illegal technically, I guess, but they probably be doing that shit for sure. It's no way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, but you know.
Like somebody said Io can't really speak. I mean, her English been getting better, so
she been speaking way more. So they now that it's bro, as long as nobody is bro, they pay attention to the shit that they see online. So they're gonna let her keep doing that because people aren't making a big deal out of it. Just like Stephanie Vaquer, her shit is fine, but you really gotta pay attention to what she's saying to really be like, oh, okay. And she talks because she trying to get that shit out, but it's like, bro, they don't care about that shit no more. I'm telling you, The only people who that shit matter for is niggas who can't speak that shit at all, bro. And that shit be like, oh my gosh, like nobody is in that position right now to me that they can't speak to the point where you don't understand a fucking word. And Stephanie will say 5 things. You, me, the match. All right, cool. Thank you, Stephanie. Get the fuck out. That's all she got to say, and that's fine. So I'm cool with that. We can have non-English champions, bro. The motherfuckers wrestle better. Sorry. Hey.
Yeah, they trying to correct what they did with Oscar with Io. That's what it is. Because Io, I mean, not even, but Oscar's career should have been way better. And her streak shouldn't have ended to Charlotte.
Yeah, that's who I'm a fan of. I love Oscar the whole time.
I don't know though, man. I think she got one more. If she got one more, I wouldn't be surprised if she'll get another one.
She could be Io. I could definitely see that. If she come back in time, she could be Io for the title.
I would like that. I would like that feud.
Think about this. It's the opposite for the men and the women. The women's world championship is more valuable than the women's WWE championship. Tell me I'm wrong, because Io Sky and Liv Morgan both had terrible SmackDown Women's Championship reigns. They both flipped the script and both had the best reigns as women's world champion. The women's WWE champion, I don't even fucking remember who the fuck besides before Nia Jax. Who the fuck did Nia Jax beat for that shit?
Bailey.
It wasn't Bianca, right?
Bailey.
I don't know.
Because Bailey beat Io.
Yeah, because Bailey beat Io. But yeah, you're right though. It's about who has it because they let Rhea babysit that joint for like a year. You gotta remember, like Rhea is so popular. I mean, she got one of the biggest pops at WrestleMania. She got a bigger pop than Cena, in my opinion.
Was it the first?
She got a bigger pop than Cody. The only pops I'm comparing is her and Joe Hendry. No, you're right. That's exactly right. It hasn't.
He's spitting.
You talking about the SmackDown one?
Yeah,
Bianca had the WWE one, right? The gold shit, or no?
She had the one on SmackDown, right? The one that
SmackDown.
Yeah. She never held the World Heavyweight one yet, I don't think.
Rhea should go to SmackDown, I think. But Netflix like, nah, nigga, don't do that. Netflix probably don't be mad when Liv Morgan go over SmackDown sometime. They're like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Man, bring back the real brand. I'm telling people, bro. People won't like it, but this would be good for the wrestlers and the fans, bro. Bring back separate PLEs specific to the show and have the niggas meet at SummerSlam, Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania. Nigga, bring back Unforgiven, No Way Out. Oh, this is a Raw show. Armageddon is SmackDown. Unforgiven is Raw. I'm telling y'all, bro. Because then you got more opportunities for people on Raw to wrestle, more opportunities for people on SmackDown to wrestle. The reason why it's the same niggas is because the same niggas wrestle every PLE. I'm trying to tell people, bro, bring that shit back. They'll make more money.
And they actually have to put an emphasis on the brand split. Like, we don't need people just come. It's really stupid because get rid of the women's tag team titles too. As much as I hate to say it, you're not finna, or just send it back to NXT because you're not finna do nothing with it on the main roster. Actually, I don't even know if you got teams in NXT now because she got rid of 2 of them technically. So.
You won't see a tag team match in a minute unless Thea Hell and Carmen Petrovich they probably gonna be a team. Zaria and Sol Ruka can still do shit every now and then.
But we know Zaria coming soon, so now just get rid of them. Just know because you already got the mid card championships. You just need to let the women wrestle more, get them on TV more, let them do more.
I agree.
Now, look, it could be a waste of money, but this is the logic. If you have a SmackDown PLE coming up, that means Raw, you got to have a championship match before the SmackDown PLE. That would be justification of why the women's mid-card got to be defended on Raw. The fucking World Championship got to have a random steel cage match on Raw because this month is SmackDown's month. Next month is Raw month. Then the third month is the Come Together month, bro. Like it's more championship matches. Almost every Raw championship, if you have a PLE, will be defended on that PLE. Then you'll have 2 other matches. Get rid of the men's tag. You know damn fucking well they ain't doing that shit.
What you talking about, Jude? But
I
I was
miss them
looking at
shits
the
being
roster.
unified, low key. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
was
I
thinking
wanted them shits to split so bad, but now I kind of miss them
they should
because
have stayed unified. But I was looking at the tag team roster, and I'm like, because I was looking at the roster the other day, and I'm like, New Catch Republic came back and had one match, and they're just not on TV. You're not gonna be able to tag
bruh,
team division if you only had them wrestle once. Like
read my mind.
they came back and they lost. Cool, they should have lost that match, but had them wrestle other teams. And you can't be able to tag because the tag team division on Raw ain't terrible. The only thing is they're not getting pushed. Like you got to keep A Town down under together because you aren't doing anything with them. Alpha Academy, they're the comedy team there. The Creed Brothers are the heel comedy team, which is stupid. But they should have been tag champions.
Yes, I said this on NXT, the NXT podcast yesterday with podcast for unappreciated wrestling fans. Jordan Grace definitely fucked up what Zarya was supposed to do. I don't think that shit was playing that Jordan Grace is gonna come over there. Once she notified him, it's like, oh shit, fuck. We already got one of you here.
Just
Fuck it,
put,
Zarya, fuck it.
she should have just been on SmackDown. She came over from TNA and you put her directly in NXT. Like you could have just put her put her on SmackDown. She could have been. You could have had her and Alexa Bliss do something. Like why? Speaking of Alexa Bliss, what does Bo Dallas being injured have to do with her? Like, I don't
Right.
get that, why she's not on TV. Like this whole really anybody you can have the Y6 still do the video packages and stuff. Like when the NBA team when they player go down, that don't mean you just forfeit the game. You keep playing. So need to keep doing segments. You could have Nikki Cross do a match or something with Alexa Bliss. Like it's so simple, but you just keep them off TV for no reason. They'll probably be in the next batch of releases soon.
I agree. I agree.
They act like Joe Gacy don't know how to fucking talk. Like he didn't just have his own shit. He be like, well, Bo is hibernating, whatever the fuck. They come up with some bullshit. He in the casket waiting to become a vampire, whatever. And Joe Gacy could talk for niggas.
You could
Niggas act like Eric Rowan isn't the most senior member of that group. Something like he's
you could
supposed to be the right hand man.
they
And
could they could still
and
have
a
matches.
lot of people forget how big that dude is. He's low key almost taller than Brian.
This is the problem though, bro. A couple of weeks. I had a nigga literally arguing with me. Oh, y'all gotta let them cook. It's been 2 years. That A-Town Down Under shit has been going on since WrestleMania. Not 2 years. WrestleMania 40, basically 2 years. What the fuck? Since
I ain't
WrestleMania
going
40.
I ain't gonna front. This whole "let them cook" phrase is getting played out. I used to say that all the time until the online wrestling community used that shit through the fucking roof. I mean, come on, bro. What they cooking with an easy bake oven?
Now they burning the kitchen.
Them niggas using an electric stove. They don't got a gas stove. That's why they shit
They
not
just
cooked all the way.
at this point they just holding a lighter underneath the shit and hoping,
Fuck.
you know.
Nigga, they committing arson at this point.
Niggas not cooking shit, man. These niggas been teasing a breakup for, if not 2 years, over a year, bro. And it's not like it's a story that you're invested in. The bloodline story was a year's story, multiple years story, but you were invested. Nigga, this not the bloodline. This is a nigga that drink out of a shoe and a nigga that used to have a cell phone.
Like this is the equivalent to imagine if Russell Westbrook stayed on the Lakers. Imagine we never traded him. He just got a toxic locker room with LeBron and Russ when they clearly don't like each other. You know how stupid that sounds?
Let him cook.
And whole time I like Austin because I ain't gonna front. At first I wasn't sold on Austin, like I wasn't a fan. But what made me a fan of him, his had nothing to do with what happened on the actual wrestling show. There was this one. Did y'all see the interview where this dude, this journalist or somebody called wrestling fake and
Mhm.
yeah, that's when I became a fan of him. I'm like, all right, my respect level for Theory went through the roof because he was about to he was about to slap dog shit out of old boy over that. I'm like, nah, all right, Austin's my guy for that.
Bruh.
I became a fan of Austin Theory during the stuff with Seth and Bobby Lashley because that's when I became a fan of his during when they had that whole program going on. Because I already liked Seth Lashley and what he could do. I enjoyed that, and he do really good heel work. Like I troll a lot of wrestlers, but him, he doing a good job. I don't even feel like trolling.
Yeah, I ain't going front. He was working his ass off during that program.
I liked his first United States Championship run. As soon as he got rid of the cell phone, I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker cold as hell, bro." With that United States Championship, bro, he was really kicking people's ass, bro. Like, man, that was one of Vince McMahon's. He forgot he was an old man. He was booking like he was on some young shit when he was booking Austin Theory, slapping them and shit. I'm like, "Oh, this is great. I love this shit." Then lose to Pat McAfee. I was like, oh my gosh. But then he brought him back. He brought it back. And then once he got rid of that stupid ass chin strap, once he got the beard, I'm like, oh, this nigga cold, bro. Because
Hey,
he was looking crazy with that weak ass facial hair.
and Joe, that's
That was
hilarious.
probably another reason I didn't like him. I'm glad he grew that big.
He like a fucking douchebag with that shit.
Right. That's like I said, that's probably what made me not like him. All right, let me stop. But no, I rock with him now, though. That's my guy.
They ain't gonna change. They are gonna change, bro. Listen, the Cena and Orange shit don't gotta be a great match, bro. What it is, sometimes the nostalgia is cool. I want to watch it for nostalgia, and we never seen the opposite, so I'm cool with that. It's not gonna be the best match in the world, but they're gonna pull some spots. I can be like, oh shit, these niggas can still do that. Like when John Cena do the shit where he got him on his shoulders and he rolled back up into the F5. What the fuck? It's the FU. Fuck that. Which
Right.
also they need to call that shit that now that he's a heel. Call it the FU. We grown. Like, come on now.
But
And
Drew,
also,
you
being that
have a point though, because fans they be on some shit. They be chanting this is awesome just because the match over 15 minutes. Like, calm down now.
Nah, that's
I
facts.
know, right? No, that's facts. That is 100. And also, people also should I guess you can call this a prediction, or maybe it's an expectation. Being that Cena is trying his best to really, really, really pull off this heel stretch, I expect that the match is not gonna end cleanly. It's gonna be a contest, a disqualification, or some BS that completely disrupts the match. Even if the match is phenomenal, it's not gonna have a clean ending.
I can see it ending in the count out. John
I
John
can
Cena
see
just
that too.
keep the title. Simple.
Do the handcuff shit. That'd be dope. Handcuff that nigga like you did before. That'd be dope. The tan line is crazy. Paul Heyman too old for that shit, bro. He don't need to be getting Braun Breaker don't need. I mean, it's. I'm black, so I don't know why they do that shit. That I'm like, why y'all niggas be getting these stupid ass tans? I don't even like the Megan Bain tan. I don't like that shit, bro.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize how bad it was till the other day. I was like, damn, that's pretty crazy.
yeah,
That
that's
shit,
wild.
that's worse than MJF. And his stuff is bad too.
Right. Like what the like nigga I get why white people do that shit though because it's like when bodybuilders do that shit for body it make your features more but it's like bro come on bro I'm not trying to see that bullshit bro
Yeah. Hey,
all y'all motherfuckers Italian fuck
hey, yo, question, and this is random because I asked a few people this question before. So, WWE comes to you and says, "Hey, we got 5,000 cash, no strings attached, no taxes, nothing. We're gonna give you cash. You just got to do one of two things. You either got to take a full power chop from Gunther, shirtless, take a full power chop from Gunther, or take a full speed, full power spear from Braun Breaker. You got to do one of the two, and the money's yours." What are you choosing, fellas?
Chop easy nah you'll be surprised bro chops are actually the spear bro you could position if speed could take a spear I could take a spear bro I could take a spear. Like, come on now. Like, that motherfucker's 110 pounds. I could take the spear for sure, for sure. The chop, you got to understand. I've seen Sean Spears. Who the fuck was that nigga he was chopping, bro? In the
I mean,
video, it was a influencer he was chopping, bro. This nigga chest was bleeding. I'm not taking nigga. That's where your heart is. I'm good. The spear can snap you in that back. You gotta know how to take it.
You'll definitely, if he goes full speed, he can definitely give you some whiplash. I know that.
I'm forget that. I'm just steal the money. I'm going.
But then you're gonna have Braun Breaker chasing you. He's gonna catch you.
Get away from Braun Breaker.
See these YNs, man. They can't follow the rule. They gotta find a loophole.
Different. Imagine you running and you look behind and you see 23 miles an hour Braun Breaker on your ass.
Oh, I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking straight ahead.
Are you gonna? Oh, but no, you're gonna hear it. All you're gonna hear is some shit like pop, 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 like footsteps getting closer and closer on your ass.
No, all I gotta do is be a trip and fall. Simple.
Oh man, yeah, Ed, you are bold, young man. You are bold. like I said, these YNs is different in 2025.
That one chop could fucking ruin your life, bro. Y'all, you don't just that chop. It's just gonna sting, bro. Your shit could be stinging for a day or two, bro. Like,
oh no, you gonna feel that because
granted, the best chop.
See now, if you said a Ricky Saint spear, I would have took the money. I would have took that.
You say what now?
If you said I had to take a Ricky Saint spear, I would have took that.
Nah. You either gotta take or. All right, would you rather take a spear from Braun Breaker or Goldberg?
Braun Breaker. Wait, Goldberg. Even Goldberg.
Like the prime Goldberg, 1998 Goldberg.
Nah, Braun Breaker for sure.
God damn. Fair enough. I would have chose Braun too.
Only way Penta win is if Finn Balor fuck Dominic over. That's the only way he gonna win.
But I feel like that's unnecessary right now. Like, you could say that, the SummerSlam match has to be them two for the title.
Yeah.
I think Dom should retain. Just hold on to it until SummerSlam at least. And let them get one good defense in at least. Hold it on because SummerSlam is how far away? Well, the way they're going right now is probably 2 weeks from now. But anyways, hold it till SummerSlam.
It's August 2nd and 3rd.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yeah, he can hold on. He can hold it till SummerSlam. They can build up the match at least.
And him losing without Liv Morgan being there, Liv Morgan got to be around for him to lose.
And plus, him retaining is gonna further help his babyface turn for real.
I want to see him defend that shit against Rey Mysterio, low key. Whenever he is good to
go. That would be good.
Get that win back.
Title match.
No, that should be something. That would be a dope SummerSlam match. You know what I'm saying? Eddie versus Ray in a ladder match. Like, nah, bitch. Now I want you in a ladder match, motherfucker. Now what? My real dad should have beat you. Dom's gonna turn on Liv. I don't think so.
I don't see Dom turning.
If anything, everybody waiting for Finn Balor to turn on everybody.
Yeah, Finn Balor might turn to be alone.
I mean, as he said to me, that was the Judgment Day was the main thing holding him back from like big matches the whole time for real. Because he's wrapped in the Judgment Day story. He can't really go into this world title picture because now, as you can see, he's wrapped in this IC title thing.
I'm not gonna lie, he probably should have beat Damian for the title. I think that was his last real hope of winning the world championship in WWE. Because Gunther hadn't won the title. He hadn't won King of the Ring at that point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't won.
He didn't win it, and he would have had it like a month or two, then he lose to Gunther. Like they would have made up for the 1 day title reign that he had. Like he never got the title back. He had one title shot when the ropes randomly broke in the Extreme Rules match against Roman Reigns. Nobody interfered. The ropes just broke, and that's how he lost.
They ain't even fight for the title, bro. Damian and Finn. I'm like, oh, it's coming. They ain't even fight for the title. They just fought. I'm like, this is some fucking bullshit.
What Drew said. He could have won in 2023 too against Seth.
Facts.
Like I feel like Steph Rain was good, but it felt like it was dragging at certain points. Like, I
It
don't think
was.
it Rain.
There were some matches I felt Seth should have lost. There were a couple of matches I felt
Oh, let me see something real quick. I should have had you cutting out. Hold on. I got you. Bitch. There we go. The Demon Finn Balor versus Jigga. I think the Demon might be done. I ain't gonna hold you.
The Demon over with. After that stuff
Yeah.
with Roman Reigns, that killed. They tried,
That Edge shit killed it.
but that was to start with the Roman Reigns stuff. Because I don't know how the ropes just randomly broke. But then the stuff with Edge, and apparently Edge didn't want to win that match, so that was a Vince McMahon thing. So I don't know why Finn had to lose that match. Because that was stupid. Edge didn't have to win that match.
Was the cage purple? Nah, the cage wasn't purple. I'm tripping.
It might have been.
Finn Balor, man, that wasn't even a real Demon. Wasn't his paint like purple that day or some shit?
I think so.
Man.
Sheamus didn't have. You could have had Sheamus be a opponent for Jey Uso, honestly. They got one off match and but he, off the theory, didn't have to take that loss. It should have been Grayson Waller took that loss to Sheamus, but or you could just had theory. So Waller
your shit cutting out, okay, quick.
Oh, what? Still cutting out.
Oh, you good now? You good?
Cool. Continue.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all be shipping a lot of factions, bro. But what y'all gotta understand is a lot of these be good ideas, but the reason why it can't work, like if Gunther, Rusev, and Finn was a faction, first Ludwig Kaiser is still in play. That's for one. And Gunther don't need these two niggas. Rusev don't need these two niggas. Finn, he been in Judgment Day too long. It's time for him to be a solo, and he don't even gotta be a star. If Sheamus could come beat Austin Theory ass, Finn could just beat Grayson Waller ass, or anybody. He could beat up on Chad Gable because he's not gonna beat the speed champion.
If they do something with Gunther and with Ludwig Kaiser, if they keep doing the Imperium stuff, I can see Ilya Dragunov getting added to that. Then that lead to the eventual one-on-one match.
That'd be hard.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of spent. I'm kind of spent on the whole faction thing. I mean, after 3 years of Bloodline and Judgment Day type stuff, man, I just want everybody to, for real, just run solo and have a free fall, for real. You know, just because, for real, these factions are causing interference in potential classic matches. They're holding people who should be in the title pictures out of the title pictures. I'm just spent on them.
Honestly, we should really just have 1 to 2 factions. We don't need any more than that. Like, just have one really dominant faction, then you have another one on the other brand. Because look at who was the other faction that was really like that when the Bloodline was there. I mean, you had
Judgment Day,
but Judgment Day. But then aside from them, it wasn't really any factions. I think that's
the only good faction that I wanted to see versus the Judgment Day, they broke up, and that was Her Business. They broke that stuff up way too soon. I was waiting on a Her Business versus Judgment Day match. I was waiting on that.
Nah, but that opinion, versus
Bloodline. I think I said Judgment Day. Her Business versus Bloodline. My bad.
Yeah, you said too many wrestlers, not enough airtime. They have 2-3 hour shows. They do have enough airtime, but they wasted on pointless segments. You have the SmackDown story of Cody versus Cena, Cena versus Orton. That's always on Raw for some reason when they're SmackDown superstars. First of all, that's stupid. If you take away 10 minutes from those segments and have a women's match in the mid card, maybe the women's mid carders can get over. Maybe you can have time to do some tag team stuff to build up the tag team division. WWE is wasting time with all these pointless segments and not having enough matches. The reason why I didn't like the Raw after WrestleMania is because I seen a 3-hour show with 3 matches.
Yeah, that was nasty, man. Like the Netflix, I don't know. Listen, Netflix is just about ads at this point, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Too
The
many
matches
ads.
be so minimal, hella backstage segments, and then they try to do some slick shit. Nigga Kofi be holding the C4 can, some stupid shit. I'm like, come on, bro, just fucking wrestle. Like,
I
it's
mean,
too many backstage segments.
what makes me mad about the Netflix? All right, for one, it's Netflix. There's movies on Netflix that are dang near X-rated movies. They got nudity, all this kind of stuff. Why in the world, after the Raw stream is over, why is WWE going back editing crowd noise?
That's so stupid.
Like the crowd was saying, "Shut the f up," and they just put regular crowd noise in the back. This is Netflix. There's no censorship limitations.
And then I'm saying the same ass on Netflix that I'm saying on USA. Like, damn, how bad you want me to watch the movie?
Yeah, that's weird. If I was USA, I'd be like, bro, we first of all, we not
When they,
promoting they shit. Netflix don't never promote USA shit, bro. In my opinion, I don't think I've ever seen that shit before. But USA, you
They
stay
don't.
promoting. Like, man, fuck
They
that,
don't.
nigga. Shit, it costs the same for both anyway nowadays.
Well,
Shit.
the celebrity showings, Jay Brand brought up a good point. We do not need to see these celebrities who don't know anything about wrestling.
Oh yeah. Oh man, bro. It be niggas that's first of all, niggas are not celebrities. This is such and such from Netflix show number 5. I'm like, nigga, I don't know,
We have
bro.
no
I'm not
idea.
watching that shit. WWE's for the kids. Shit to a certain extent. Shit, not with
I
all
mean,
these women on there. They showing them half naked. I mean, that's always WWE, but
Jay Uso for the kids, but I like it because look at how interactive he is with the crowd.
mm-hmm.
Like
I
he
ain't gonna
every time
front.
he come down the entrance ramp, he got a kid out there doing the yeet with him. Like that's cool to see.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
ain't gonna hold you. You want the one thing I miss, and I didn't realize that I missed this until today, because lately I've been just watching WWE, on TV, Netflix, like everybody else, YouTube and such. But it's more so the execution that lacks in some wrestlers. Like, for instance, I'm a huge Uso fan or Jacob Fatu fan and all this stuff. I'm a huge Jacob Fatu fan. If you look back at how Shawn Michaels did his super kick, it looked like he really took somebody's head off most times, right? I saw footage from the crowd, from the audience, fan footage of that Raw where Jacob Fatu attacked Roman Reigns and he threw a super kick, and it didn't even. It's like Roman was standing in Idaho, but that super kick landed in Texas.
Yeah, it was a spot tonight on AEW when I was watching it earlier. I turned it off because that shit was getting bad. But it was once. It was who was it? Well, it was Lee Johnson. He did a spot where he went over the top rope, hit nothing but the side. He didn't even connect on what's his name, Anthony Bowens, and he still
Crazy.
like he actually took some type of pain. He landed
Yeah,
directly
so it
around.
it kind of makes you wonder, like, do you want to see this live, like in person? if it's because I ain't gonna front, these camera angles on Netflix and on TV really be hiding stuff.
If you see it when you see it live, it just depends on what you go to. Because I went to an independent show and I forgot what move the guy did, but his foot didn't connect with the guy's head at all. I was like, okay, that was cool to see.
Yo,
What's good?
You.
What's going on, Ricky?
what's going on, man?
What's good? What's good? What's good? How we doing?
Ain't
Chilling,
nothing bad.
man.
Well, what we talking about?
Everything in this motherfucker, man. You already know, man.
Shit.
You still doing your watch along on a Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Say
Word.
that.
I
Yeah.
might pop through.
Bet. Say less. I'll send you out the link and everything.
Yeah.
Cause
Ricky,
I ain't gonna lie. Can I be honest though? Here's
What's
my
up?
thing though. I feel like the only two matches that is gonna get me excited throughout that pay-per-view is gonna be that fatal four-way for that US title and that Randy and Cena match.
And for
excited.
real, I don't think that Randy and Cena match even going to end clean.
Oh no, I feel like the only reason it's going to be memorable is because how the way is going to end. Let's
Right.
keep it a buck.
Yeah, John Cena should win by count out.
Nah, so here's what I would like for it to do. I would like John Cena to just do what Randy did to him back in the day, which is like slap the referee and get himself disqualified so Randy wins, but he's still the champ.
And that's
Mm,
but I'm most excited for the Becky and Lyra match. They got the best story going into this event.
agreed.
Yeah, I mean, you already know me. I'm low key tired of Becky. As long because my thing is like, yes, she's one of the biggest star, absolutely, but like, bruh, I swear, if this woman just came back just to win a title, I swear to God, she can no longer complain about Charlotte. Like, she
Right.
could, but it's
I
like,
mean, but her and Charlotte, they got history, so they never gonna be cool
of
again.
course, but like, my whole thing is like, we liked you because you were different from Charlotte. Like, she low key becoming Charlotte, bro. Like, the last time we saw
Well,
her, she was a world champion.
well, for real, I already kind of put her in the same category as Charlotte because the same thing I complained about Charlotte, I complained about Becky. Like,
Yeah,
if I give you an example, when she came back and they had Becky clean up Bianca Belair in 5 seconds, I was pissed and won the title off of her. I'm like, bro, what did she do to get back in this title picture?
right.
Let alone to win. And I would have even respected the win more had it would have been honorable. Go to war.
Right.
It
I
did
mean,
pay
I
off
feel you.
in the end, though. And
I must say, yeah, the big time, but that's how we got big time back. So I wasn't mad at it, and Bianca got it back. So I was like, I'm fine, you know.
because who Bianca got a pin now? She just got a
I
pin.
don't give a dang about no big time bets.
Word.
It was the optics.
Bro,
It was
Big Time
terrible.
Bex
It
was
was
just the
disgusting.
man. It was literally just the man. Let's keep it a buck.
But wait, Bianca,
It's
she done pinned
just less
everybody.
cooler.
She done pinned everybody except for Charlotte, right? That's the only horsewoman she needs to pin now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
Oh, and
Jade,
speaking of Charlotte,
now that Jade and her are no longer a team.
and
Young-
speaking of Charlotte, notice how we have not seen any drop of Charlotte since WrestleMania.
Good.
But,
Well, correction.
but
Let me
my
let
whole
me say
point
this. Let me
was,
say
so what?
this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. Good because I really don't want her on my TV screen, but not good because now if she's gone for another few months, you know for a fact they're definitely going to give her a title match and she's going to become a champion in no time by the time she comes back.
But I
And
don't
she gonna,
like I feel like Charlotte now, she should just go on a run without a championship. Like just have some solid
Yeah,
matches.
right. But he's
I
not.
agree.
they're not gonna let her
I
do
agree
that.
with that, but they're not going to do that because her whole identity is that she always has a title, bro.
They might not.
She
Like
gonna,
that's the crazy
Make a
part.
story-
Did,
you
like,
can make a story
you
where
cannot-
somebody gets. You can make a
like-
story where somebody gets in her way every time. Like you got to try
Yeah.
something new. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to at least come up with something creative for her where somebody gets in her way every time she tries to get to the championship, and that's how she doesn't get there.
Where, and I think that's what's missing for Charlotte. Like every feud has involved that title. Like it's a title that always got to be involved. It's never a personal thing or nothing like that. Like on some real shit.
Like you could do if Becky doesn't win, I could see them doing Becky and Charlotte for no title on the line.
Yeah, I want
for
to. I
real.
want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see
Yeah.
Becky and
Yeah,
Charlotte.
probably. Because you
I
know
would
what's
see
crazy?
that.
Even when they went against each other, it was still for a damn title. It wasn't even because of a personal beef or anything.
But
And
they,
even if they do give Charlotte that title, she gonna hold it for 2-3 weeks and then drop it again and disappear for another year.
ain't her longest reign in NXT.
Some
It
shit
might
like
be.
that.
But look, I agree with what you said though about because what Becky was saying. You niggas can't be mad when the older women come back and do that shit. But when the niggas do this shit all the time. I'm not gonna lie. The men do that shit all the fucking time. The same niggas is the same ones who always in the main events, always in the title pictures, always.
Yeah.
So you know, so if the older women aren't putting down the younger talent at the rate that the men are, if you really think about it. Because the CM Punks, I mean, even though I love Seth, the Seths, the Romans, all of them, they taking shine from the younger motherfuckers. The women not really doing that.
Of course.
Actually.
I mean, I didn't like when Brock did it. Every time
Facts.
Brock returns, he would take the title off a black champion He would. They would put. I mean, and then he would lose a title match at Royal Rumble, and then be in the Royal Rumble just to run through 36 people, and it's only a 30-man match.
Mm-hmm.
Where wait, hold on. So let me switch gears real quick. So there's this wrestler. I don't know if he's in NXT or Evolved. He low key went a little viral because he put out a tweet
Talking about the black
coming
man.
at. Yeah, he can't. He put out a tweet talking about the Samoans, being like, "Yo, these Samoans really be acting all tough in this, but they're the same ones to be voting for like these Trumps and all these people. They really don't give a fuck about people like us." And yo, so many people were like saying like, "Oh, he bugging. He trying to get fired." But then just other people be like, "Nah, he's calling out the bullshit." Like, because these Samoans want to act like they down with us, but they up in here supporting people that don't like, that don't even want to help the environment like that
I
we in and
think
shit. And I'm like, what's y'all thoughts on that shit? I forgot what's his name, but like he just went viral for that shit.
ain't like
I don't think I seen that one.
I've seen it,
It-
but my thing is, why does it matter who people vote for? Like that's not really my business. I don't really care about it. Like you
Right.
vote for who you want to. I can't really change somebody because I've seen it, and it's not just because Saquon Barkley, the running back for the Eagles, he was playing golf with Donald Trump, and that became a
Right.
big. I don't give a damn who he plays golf with.
hmm
Like
So
I
I
don't think,
think, hmm
but I think him calling out the Samoans, I think that was a bad idea because you work
yeah,
for the Rock, so you might be
right,
fired soon. And then he was
right.
on NXT, I think, the week before that. So that was a dumb move. I
I
think
think
that
it's I think
he
it's a
should
work.
have draft.
I think
You
it's a
think it's a
work
work? Can I
because
say this?
literally
Uh
they
huh.
still promoting him on Evolve, like the
Yeah.
video packages and shit. I think it was a work.
So
I ain't
here's
watch
my
all.
thing. The way it made it seem, I don't think it was more towards who they voting. It's more towards how they act. Like, cause like, yo, Couch. I don't know. I know you've been with us for a minute, Ed. But ever since I've been with Couch, I called out the bullshit. I said, yo, Couch. Notice how like if there was Latino or black dudes that was to act the way we act, which is how we are normally on TV, we ain't even gonna get no mid card title. We gonna be on our truth. We gonna be a comedy gimmick, a ghetto ass funny dudes. But if you a Samoan and you act like you from the street so much so that it looks like you're appropriating a culture, you gonna be like in front of everything. Like case in point, the bloodline. Let's keep it a bug. Yeah, we some of us like Jay and Jimmy and Reigns and them, but let's keep it a bug. They ain't from no hood. They ain't from those streets. The motherfuckers from the suburbs of San Diego. Like the fuck, you feel me? So I think his point is more towards how they act. Like besides, like on some real shit. Besides Jacob Fatu, and he's the only real Samoan and a part of that family that's not Zilla. That's really from the hood, right? Like they actually did time. They actually went through the struggles. While Roman was in college, Jimmy and Jay went to college. Like Tamina went to college. Like they all were taken care of. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's where he's more towards like because of the way they act. Because like I ain't gonna lie, because the way I see like how Jay acts, I'm like, yeah, nah, bro. Like I know for a fact you ain't from no hood. Like yeah, you were probably raised because I know their dad Rikishi, he had that swag. But like, yo,
I think
there's
it's
times where I look at them, I'm like, y'all acting like y'all from the streets, like y'all from the suburbs, bro. Y'all better relax. Like, I think that was towards what he was trying to go for,
I think I
in
think
my
that's
opinion.
because Jay, I
hmm
wouldn't say he had when the Usos hit the Uso penitentiary thing, I could see it, and with the bloodline stuff when he was the right hand
hmm
man. But with the Saint
Yeah.
Pay stuff he did before that, and the stuff now with the Yeet gimmick, it don't really feel
hmm
like that with Jay Uso. But I can
Yeah.
see it with the Tongans, with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, what they've been doing.
Yeah. Like,
They've been
for
doing it
example,
since
them,
they've been
I
doing it
don't
since
like
the
the,
beginning.
yeah, because like the all black wearing chain, and then he's like Tomatonga and all that. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I know for a fact you don't talk like that.
Shit.
Like, I don't know. Like with Jacob, you can tell he like first of all, it helps that we know his story, but
Yeah,
also like you can just tell he really is from the hood. Same thing with Zilla, right? Like they were struggling. They went to the hood. They were gangbangers and shit. They were robbers. These motherfuckers like sometimes I look like when, for example, when the bloodline thing happened. One thing that bothered me is they really thought they were slick. Like, oh, we bloodline, so we're gonna wear red because no, motherfucker, you want to wear it because y'all want to look like bloods. Like y'all ain't bloods. Y'all ain't no gangster.
Right.
Because again, like let's keep it a book. Our truth was to wear all red right now, right? and he'll look like a gangster, right? And that's not main
Mhm.
event for them. But because they
Hey,
were
you
wearing
know,
red and they were called the Bloodline, and they looked like gangsters, but they were Samoans. Oh shit, nah, this is cool. They look cool. They got swag. They're hip. You feel me? And that's
but
what
It's
we
funny
bothers
you
me the
said
most.
it's funny you said that because when
Hmm.
Jay Uso went solo and went on Raw, he started wearing all
Hmm.
blue.
Hmm. Yeah, that's and you know what's crazy, and what bothered me is the IWC didn't realize they're literally playing in your face. They're like, "Yo, that's funny. My man left and became a Crip." I'm like, "Yeah, he wants y'all to think he's about that life." What you mean? Like he's went like. Can we be honest? Was y'all really think it was shocking that the bloodline was wearing all red, and then Jay's like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave this team." Like, bro, hood terms, he just basically left his whole gang to be his own dude, and now he switched up, which that's what Jay did, and now all of a sudden he's wearing blue. Signify, and let's be honest, when you think of the two most famous gangs in America, it's Bloods and Crips, and you hear so many stories how people turn backs on their gang to join a rival gang. Like they not slick, bro, and that's what the fuck bothers me. Because again, I'm telling you, you put a Latino dude or a black dude there or any dude that's really from the hood, that's not main event to them. That's not superstar to them. But
yeah,
you
they
put them Samoan, and this is nothing against the Samoans. I said this since day one. You feel me? Like, yeah, they came with the face paint and all that. I prefer them there because that seemed more natural than this whole shit. Because like when they did day one shit, it was so forced. Like all of a sudden they have high fades, gaining braids, wearing Air Force Ones. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like I'm telling you, bro. So I think that's the route he's going. Like, and I ain't gonna lie. There's times where I look at them, I do feel like they low key pretending to be way too like with Solo. He tries way too hard, and I feel like, yeah, nah, dog. You know you ain't from the hood. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I
I
think
mean
the
that's the
Well,
deeper.
for one, Solo just doesn't look comfortable in the clothes he's wearing.
the
He
Like
solo
really don't.
it's like I can tell it seems like he don't wear none of that stuff in real life.
It
he don't
really
he needs
don't.
to be the street fighter he was in NXT. Like he needs to be on
Where he looked way more comfortable and cooler when he was always on gear. Like if I'm going to his wrestling gear, if I'm going to keep it a buck.
I still can't comprehend how when Solo won the North American title, they didn't let him keep it, but they let Dominic keep his.
Really, bro, that shit was
Where
crazy,
Choice.
bro.
which looking back at it, that was such a bad call. Like even then, like the more I think, like I still thought it was a bad call. But since I'm like, you know what, it's not like the bloodline needs another title. But at the same time, it's like, no, that was a bad call, homie. And keep in mind, up to that point, he was only off of NXT and onto the main roster for a few weeks, if I remember correctly. So, but I don't know, man.
I mean, but that shit is a deeper issue. That's like
Hmm.
that's marketing and shit. Because if you think about this with the black
Hmm.
niggas, they had to
Hmm.
start wearing suits and that this is like just the world in general. Bobby Lashley
Hmm.
and niggas, they had to wear suits and shit. You know what I'm saying? They had
Yeah,
to think about all the black. Every time a black motherfucker turned heel or rose to prominence, he had to start wearing
mhm,
suits. Mark Henry,
yeah.
fucking the Hurt Business and shit. Like they don't let black people get shit off like
Hmm.
that in
Even Booker
WWE.
T, like when he became King Booker and was a heel, motherfucker was wearing a whole suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he had to talk with the
And you
French,
know what's
English,
crazy?
and all that
Yeah,
bullshit.
but here's my thing. But I'm glad you brought up the Hurt Business. Like, bro, the Hurt Business came way before the Bloodline, just a few months prior, right? Bro, they had to wear suits and ties because, like, remember when they first formed, they're like, "Oh, Nation of Domination," comparison. Then they got compared to Evolution. They were doing this and that, and
Mm-hmm.
why? Because they look like superstars. But yo, these Samoans come up in here with sweats and Jordans and T-shirts. Oh, they superstars. They're better than the Hurt Business. They look like superstars. Why? Why?
That's I mean
Like that's crazy.
that's just like real life, bro. That's
Yeah, and I hate that shit. I know,
Bro,
right? Because
I
that's
didn't
what I hate. Cause and then that's when Triple H be like, "Hey, we don't care about that." We like, yes, you fucking do, motherfucker. Roman can say the N word accidentally on TV, like, and he did. You ain't gonna hear nothing about it. Jimmy and Jay can get DUIs. They get a slap on the wrist. They good, but Velveteen Dream gets accused of shit he ain't do. oh, he's fired. Which I know that's a whole nother thing, but as an honest comparison, don't you think? Like
Don't even
shit, just
know
let that
he
shit sink in.
But bro, I
It's
did
But
not
what happened?
even realize the whole thing about the black guys in the suits and all that. Like that kind of messed me
Yeah,
up a little.
man.
Because
Like
now that I
on
think
some real
about it,
shit.
the last gimmick where where the black dudes were in streetwear and not in suits
Oh, I
was
know
crime
exactly where
time.
you're going with this.
It was crime.
Yep.
It was crime time, bruh.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
And
And
here's the
what
thing.
kind of push did they get?
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: they never won the tag titles. But listen,
Mm-hmm.
they was over. They were the most over, bro. They were over than Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, and those were the
Facts.
guys that were tag champs. They were over. They were like on the Hardy level type of over. Did they ever win the tag titles? Nah, but hey, you're funny. You're funny. You from New York. Y'all look like one looks like 50 Cent on steroids. The other one looked like 50 Cent if he was shorter. Like right. But that's what bothers me, man. Like, because I don't. Y'all remember the Mr. McMahon documentary?
I
Mm-hmm.
ain't watching.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. You know what I didn't like? How when the Rock said, "Hey, when I won my first world champion, I went up to Vince. I said, Hey, Vince, I'm your first colored champion, your first black champion." Vince goes, and he said, "Oh, but Vince told me, oh, I don't care about that. All I care is about money." And he's like, "I understood the business." And me, I'm like, "Oh, that's funny. He didn't care about you being the first black champion or the first colored champion in the whole company. But when you was suffering because Rocky Maivia wasn't working, and you needed to join the Nation of Domination because they're like, oh, you have black, you gonna join this group." That your race mattered then, right? When you needed to get
Mm-hmm.
over with your crowd, and that's what the fuck bothered me. It's like, my man, because let's be honest, that's the only reason they let him in there. Let's keep it a
Yeah,
bug. That's the only reason he thought of it. He's like, oh wait, you half black, boy. You gonna join the Nation of Domination? They're gonna get you over. Oh, you're a world champion? Nah, we don't give a fuck about your race, man. Even though, literally, we made sure we put a part of your race, because bro, Nation of Domination's whole shit was, yo, we're black and we've been stepped down from this company because we're black and we're gonna overcome it. That's literally their whole gimmick. Like that's what the fuck bothers me about the WWE, bro. They've been doing this since Attitude Era, bro,
hey,
and
Tosh,
that's the time where everybody was like over.
I don't know if you
And
can.
bruh,
It's
I
a bit
still will never
complicated,
get
but
over.
I'm trying to
Hmm.
find it. Jay Brand said something.
Let's
He
see.
said it was a little bit up, but he said the crazy thing is that other color fans believe every bit of it because they don't know any better, and that leads into a whole different conversation. And that's just
Oh, now that's a whole other thing.
Another thing.
that leads into a whole different conversation
Yeesh.
about sports, and people not
Hmm.
mature enough to have this conversation, so I won't go too deep into it. But
Word.
you look at all sports, so black people aren't treated as fairly, or they're criticized more than other people, and that's just the reality of the
Word.
situation. But a lot of people
And,
don't want to
Yeah.
accept it for whatever
and you
reason.
wanna and for real,
Hmm.
you wanna know something that bothered me, and it wasn't even my race or culture, but looking back, because granted, looking back as an adult,
Mm.
I feel it was highly messed up that Vince
Hmm.
McMahon had Super Crazy and Juventud Guerrero riding out on
Hmm.
lawnmowers, bruh.
Yo, that was crazy.
That
And
was
you know what's
nasty
crazy?
work.
But can I say this? I gotta give those guys props because they legit swallowed their pride and they made that shit work. I gotta give them props, bro. Like there's
I
times where I'm
mean,
like,
you got
yeah.
to.
But can I say this and about the before we switch gears, like one thing like that also bothers me about this shit, right? Is with the Latino, they do some. It's a little tricky, because as a Latino, I can tell you this, right? If you could get a Alberto Del Rio,
Oh,
a
ooh.
Latino that's suit wearing, nice cut, no facial hair, right? Suit wearing, nice cars. Oh, he's a main eventer. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to end CM Punk's title reign, the Summer of Punk. He's going to win the world title multiple times. He's going to end Dolph Ziggler's push. Oh, we going to put him. But then who's a good another Latino example? Let's put, who can I put? All right, let's put Rey Mysterio. Now, by far, he's always been treated good. But isn't it funny? Rey Mysterio, the West Coast Rey Mysterio, the one that's from the hood, the one that was down and dirty, finally wins the WWE Championship. Oh, you gonna lose it to our Golden Boy again? I love Cena, my favorite, but you gonna lose it to our Golden Boy in like an hour or two, gang. Nothing personal, bro. The baggy wearing, swag wearing, talking with tongue, slanging all that Rey Mysterio loses in an hour. But Alberto Del Rio, my man, you gonna cash in on CM Punk after he beats John Cena, and you gonna end the summer of Punk. Like, man, let that's another thing I hate about that shit too. They do it with Latinos too. Like they like, and I hate that shit, bro.
Yeah, even be doing Japanese people wrong too. Like they
Oh yeah,
really messed up
for sure.
Man, they had a
Shinsuke.
bald white nigga come out and say that nigga was Japanese. I'm like, yo, you
And the
got to be
crazy
fucking
part
kidding
is,
me, bro.
Oh Lord,
yo,
Tensai.
the crazy part is he was A-Train. He was A-Train. Everybody remember him as A-Train. Because here's my thing, yo, isn't it funny though? We got Shinsuke Nakamura, right? A Japanese wrestler, one of the greatest to ever do it from New Japan, come in, take over NXT, wins the Royal Rumble, loses to AJ Styles at WrestleMania, turns heel for no reason, and literally has never been the same after.
And he was
But
on
then
time.
Tensai,
He should have
yeah,
won.
but here's
Yeah.
the thing, Tensai, I know they didn't give him much, but when he first came, this is the same dude that beat John Cena clean.
Yeah.
On a episode on Monday Night Raw.
I was just about to say this. Think about
That's
Yokozuna.
crazy.
Same shit with
Oh my God,
Yokozuna.
He literally Samoan and he was pretending to be Japanese.
I was literally about to say, because
That's
I
crazy.
was in this group on Facebook and this dude said he didn't know Yokozuna wasn't Japanese till he was like 40 years old.
Facts. But here's my other thing.
Shinsuke Nakamura was teaming with Rick Boogs at WrestleMania. What are we talking about?
Word.
Boogs.
That's
and
crazy.
Then
but here's another
they
thing.
finally got it right with Shinsuke Nakamura and still fucked him over. They
right.
All right, nigga, you the last samurai, but you gonna lose real quick for no reason. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas crazy.
So can I ask y'all something? If there was
what's up?
If there was one wrestler that they could get right now, you'd have to choose between these two. They could either do right by Shinsuke Nakamura or Karrion Kross. Which one are we picking? Or are you?
It's got to be Karrion Kross.
Shinsuke done, bro. He done.
Yeah, Shinsuke's just there for the next few years. It's got to be Karrion Kross. My man, he worked way too hard. Let me tell you why. Karrion Kross is like a Damian Priest. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Yeah, he's from the streets, but he's a rock star. He's into this metal shit, this rock star shit. You feel me? Like wearing silver. Yeah.
I did not know that. All right, cool.
Yeah, because like he doesn't make that. Yeah, because that's the thing. He don't make that shit his personality. Like he wants to be different, which is what I appreciate about him. Like he's representing us, but like he's doing his own thing. You feel me?
All right,
and what I love is he's with this like not emo, but like dark shit. You feel me? Like he's like Damian Priest with this dark shit, trying to be like a rock star, motorcycle, and all that. That's some dude that knows how to work a character, knows how to work a gimmick, bro. I'm sorry, that's my pick for Money in the Bank. That's my pick. I said it.
Cross.
Yeah. Oh, and fuck that. But listen though. Hold on, we gotta change Karrion Kross's name. Put that shit to Killer Kross. I'm sorry, it's gotta be Killer Kross. It's got to be the way he said Killer Kross. Yeah, but you know how WWE is. They don't put that shit official unless it's on a T-shirt or whatever. They got to change his name to Killer Kross, and that nickname. I know there's so many wrestlers with the nickname of the Devil, but that shit really does fit him, and I think that's the only wrestler that fits him, bro. Like, really think about it. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I think eventually him and Damian should join forces and be some tag team or some shit. But I got my boy Karrion Kross for Money in the Bank. I don't care what no one says. That's my guy.
I could see Karrion Kross winning it. And I like Karrion Cross because he doing stuff outside of the company too. He at independent promotions. He doing promos outside of the company.
Yeah, he did that blood sport
And
shit.
he just passed Randy Orton in t-shirt sales.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, he did, and that should tell you. I'm glad you brought that up, Ed, because notice how, at the top of my head, right, Cody, R-Truth, New Day, and Jeff Hardy are the only ones, and again, this is off the top of my head, they can truly say they outsold John Cena on merchandise at one point. The Rock can't say that shit. That there goes Drew hating again. Cross needs a mate. Why can't he have both? No, hold on. Why can't he have both? Because if The Miz can't have both, Austin Theory can have both. Why can't he have both? Think about it. Why can't he have a mid card and a briefcase?
He could.
Shit.
Bad idea.
The dude's over. People liking him. His shit's getting viewed. Which again, I'm mad they cut his part of Raw out. That like, how you fucking gonna go on a commercial break or ads while homie's literally giving an interview? And then if you look at the video, bro, the people were literally cheering like they just saw the greatest baby face of all time.
Yeah, he was doing his thing with Kathy Kelly in that interview. I seen that.
Word.
Like, all these ads, and we can't see this.
Right, like motherfucker, like that's what pisses me off. It's just like, bro, y'all not using him. Like, please don't fuck this up.
You know what? To bring to him and Shotzi, because I remember earlier in the video, in the stream, somebody said that Shotzi had every opportunity and she just didn't capitalize. That's not true.
This shit not
true.
Exactly.
When Shotzi was in that Survivor Series shit, she was hella over at that time. They didn't do shit after that. They ain't do nothing after that. Every time they brought Shotzi up to do something, she executed. It's not about capitalizing on an opportunity. It's about having a consistent opportunity. You can't capitalize on some shit you get once every 3 months. If you book me 3 months straight and I don't do shit, then I ain't shit. But if you keep back and forth, they send her back to NXT for no reason.
Right.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
Same
like
thing
they
with
really
Karrion
did
Cross,
it to
bro.
themselves. Yeah, like bro, they better not. They
when
need
he came back
Karrion
and he
Cross.
beat Drew, he was good. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like what the fuck?
You know what I think, and I gotta appreciate the way he's like doing. Like for example, when he had that match with AJ Styles, this man wears trunks. He was wearing tights that night. You know, like he's doing so much. Like the little details he's doing that people are not realizing is like, hey, why don't they have an Italian one? Bro, you're comparing
apples and
here's my
oranges, nigga. Stop it.
yeah.
Natalia
Like,
been around for decades. Come on now.
Were like Natalia's the type of chick that if she would have gone over the way she did by now, she would have been considered the greatest of all time. Karrion Cross literally came in, had aura, literally lost Monday Night Raw debut while he was still the NXT champ. Got released, came back, did nothing with him, and now finally got himself over. That
like to Jeff Hardy. He lost his debut to Jeff Hardy for no reason.
That's literally what killed him.
Like what?
That's literally what killed him.
Comparisons to everything.
Also recently, if y'all tapped into the WWE YouTube, recently they had a Saturday night main event, and Karrion Cross took an L to Dragon Lee.
Don't say that.
What?
They posted the full match.
Wait. Karrion Cross took a L to bootleg Rey Mysterio 95.
Yes.
So they have
a clean one at that.
So they have him wrestling before Raw comes on air. Then he cuts his segments during ads. Okay. But he's stupid.
So that was at the most recent Saturday night main event. So like, because I've noticed they.
Oh wait, no. That's main event. I know which one. I think I saw. Main event.
They come
my bad, main event. So yeah, I noticed they just had those main event situations and just post the joints on YouTube. They really don't tell.
Bro, that's stupid, bro. I'm telling you, he has to win that Money in the Bank briefcase. And you know why I want to see that? Because if they let him, because that man has an amazing imagination. If they let him, they're gonna give him his own custom briefcase, and I promise you that shit's gonna sell. That shit's gonna sell.
I was just thinking about that shit.
I was so mad because it didn't even look authentic. Dragon Lee beat him with a roll up.
Oh my god, bro!
they be having the wrong people on main event. I seen one
They
match.
really do.
It was Lara Valkyria versus Zoe Stark. I was like, I'm not watching
Yeah.
this because why is it not on Raw? You got your women's
Right.
mid card champion and one of your better mid card women wrestling a match right before Raw comes on here. You know how stupid that is?
It really is.
Whoa,
All right,
why the
hold
fuck
on.
would
Whoa,
Drew win the Money in the Bank? Why would
Logan Paul is not winning nothing this year.
Wait. Drew won it last year and cashed in the same night and lost, which was the whole purpose of his story. And why the fuck would they give it to Logan Paul? He's a liability, you idiot. Man, bro, people just say shit just to say shit. Let me not
really
even feed into that crap.
Logan Paul defended the U.S. championship 3 times in 250 days. That is not a good reign. He does not
exactly.
need to be
And he's a liability. Like, ain't no one gonna give him nothing for a while.
If he was full time, then maybe I'd be okay with it. But he's still part time. We don't need a part time Money in the Bank holder.
Right, even if he was full time, again, he's a liability. Like, this motherfucker don't know how to stay out of controversy to save his fucking life.
But I feel like if he was full time, he'd probably wrestle more. That's what he needs to be full time. Because what else is he doing?
But to be honest, he can't, because one of the things that makes him is that he's a part timer. If he becomes a full time, he's gonna end up like Ronda Rousey, like, okay, bitch, leave, like on some real shit. This don't like if I'm gonna keep it a bug, but then yet again, that's also in the long run, that's actually pretty good because I don't have to see that bastard on my screen.
Exactly.
But like, I don't know. But yo, please tell me y'all watch AEW. Like with this whole Hurt Business MJF shit, I've been keeping up with it. How y'all feeling about it?
I like it, but damn MJF. I mean, beating up on what's Top Flight.
Top Flight.
Now that was good. Then Bobby Lashley getting the lawyer is hilarious. I think it plays into the comedic aspect of the story. Like, I like it. I think this is just a way to bring Cedric Alexander in. Because I think they gonna get him into a championship match for the world title, then they gonna turn on him, and that's when Cedric Alexander comes into play. No, they're not gonna have a white man in the Hurt Syndicate for that long.
So I'm gonna say this. Go ahead.
Well, I'm still trying to.
Wait, what happened?
Duck, can't quick duck. They shooting. He'll be back.
I bet. So my thing is, Couch, you remember when I think it was you and OG, and I think you was there, Ed, when we was like, yo, who should join the Hurt Syndicate? And we was talking about names, and I think it was either OG or you, Couch, that said MJF. And I said, I don't see that, just because the motherfuckers look like they'll shove him in the locker if they were in high school. And and here's my thing. I like this story, but MJF in the Hurt Business, it still doesn't feel like it'll make sense. And then I started thinking to myself, right? Remember when I said there's a good chance we could see Warlord in that shit? Because he's literally big and buff like them. He wears suits just like them. What if this whole story ends up being MJF's trying to join the Hurt Syndicate, this and that? They be like, all right, maybe we'll do something. And then boom, they beat him the fuck up just for my boy Warlord to be back and be like, hey, I finally got that one over on you that I said I was going to get over on you when I came back like a year ago. Like, I think maybe that's where it's leaning towards.
That's not bad, because I think no matter what happens, they're going to turn on MJF. I think it's just because it's just because he got the history with MVP. That's why I like it, because they got the history and they
there's like everybody can agree, when you have real shit involved in kayfabe story, it works.
Yeah, that's what makes it good in my opinion.
Yeah, but hold on, let me read this comments. I think AEW is slowly trying to demolish. My bad. Dismantle the Hurt Syndicate. Here's my thing. I hate that, because like, what will give you that idea? Like on some real shit.
Yeah, they're the Hurt Syndicate. But at the end of the day, they're a stable faction, the tag team champs, so they're not going to get top booking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and they shouldn't.
Not yet.
Think about it.
Not yet.
Every time they beat every tag team they beat, they disappeared for a few weeks. MVP mentioned that last week. He was like, every time we beat a team, they disappeared. What happened? Who did they beat? They beat the Outrunners. You ain't see them for like. I ain't need to see them again. I hate them.
So I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of like that, just because when they do show up, the crowd gets hyped up. So I think they're like they're not trying to overexpose them to AEW fans, if that makes sense.
I can see that. And I think
What happened?
they have a good tag team championship reign too.
Yeah, oh yeah, like I actually like how they're defending against actual tag teams, like not just some jobbers here and there. You feel me?
I
Or
think
like some dudes from Ring of Honor.
I think they could do a triple threat tag team match with them, Top Flight and Crew. Since they already got the story and both of them want to go after the titles, you could just do a triple threat tag team match out of Hurt Syndicate. Hurt
Where
people.
well, I think so. I think so. Like I feel like eventually, because again, I don't think MVP's gonna come out to. I know he came out one time to wrestle, but like, so I don't think he's gonna come out and wrestle. But eventually, they're gonna have a third member who maybe knows. Maybe it's Cedric Alexander once his 90 days are up. Maybe it's Warlord. Maybe it is MJF. Maybe it's someone else. They're gonna win those trios titles eventually. But
I'm the,
I
you
think
had
it's gonna end up. Mhm.
you had this idea of them going to New Japan and AEW winning the titles. I kind of want to see that now because looking at New Japan, I could see
Yeah.
there and winning the New Japan title from Hickory go
Mhm.
to and Lashley winning the AEW title and then MVP managing 2 world champions in 2 different companies. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So that's my thing. Yeah. So I have this idea where it's either that or they because he has Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, and Shelton used to wrestle in Ring of Honor, especially after he got released from WWE. I'm like, all right, here's what you do: you own Ring of Honor, you want to give Ring of Honor more eyes. No.
Shelton
So
Benjamin.
what you do is, yeah, you do Shelton as a Ring of Honor world champ, right? And then you
Mhm.
got AEW World Champ is Bobby, and then and then MVP's like, yo, name me a faction where every member of that faction was a world champion at the same time in WWE, in New Japan, and AAA. You can't, and he can go down as the greatest manager of all time. Like they could do a storyline with that, and if Cedric's in there. I'm pretty sure they can pull some string to give him like I don't know, like maybe the New Japan Pro Wrestling
He won
what's
the
that shit called?
IWG.
Yeah, that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, they can do so much with the Hurt Syndicate. Like, even fucking even Shelton said it on the interview with Chris Van Vliet. He's like, "Yeah, do you feel like you can finally become a world champion?" And he's like, "Oh, absolutely, and I will become a world champion in AEW." I'm like, "That's what I'm talking about. You already know they got the plans there. They just,
Yeah.
they just,
So
they're just trying to time it."
to address this comment from Jude,
I got
the
something to
fan,
say.
bro, the fans just like clowning motherfuckers in general. And the reason why she don't get a reaction, quote unquote, I think it's
The
the song.
music,
That's what I think it is. I
yes.
don't care no.
It's
That shit
literally
is
y'all gotta
terrible, bro.
understand. Yeah, it's like I don't know why they changed her theme. Why did it
Yeah.
change her theme? Her theme was perfectly fine.
I don't know, but
Like,
Selena, she's good as a champion. They just, I mean,
bro,
that
first of all, it's only been like 3 or 4 weeks, so I don't know why the fuck y'all
Facts.
already get trying to. Y'all the same motherfuckers they. Y'all the same motherfuckers that when we said, "Yo, that's Roman's title reign is trash, bro." Like it's been like months now. They're like, he's barely showing up. You gotta give him more appearances to show. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
but it's
especially
just wrestling
like.
fans. As soon as Jay had that match with Seth, I looked at the YouTube comments. Jay got carried in
Mhm.
this match. What do we? Jay did not get carried. That was a great
That was
match.
a good
Just
match,
can't
bro.
give respect
That
to
was
wrestling.
Joe.
Even
I
if you
gotta
don't
give
like
Jay his
Jay, that
props.
was a
I'll
great
give
match.
Jay his props. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand why they're saying that because again, like Seth Rollins is this generation's like Shawn Michael and Bret Hart. He's the best in-ring worker. But
Yeah,
like, I get why they say that. But nah, Jay held his own. I will say this though. I already knew it was gonna end with like a no contest or like it being disqualified or whatever. But my thing is, I liked how they did it. Like, oh, Braun Breaker's going to Veer. Oh no, Sami Zayn. Oh, and then Punk came out. Then I was like,
my,
okay, this is how you close a show. You
my
feel
thing
me?
is, it wasn't a bad ending. It was just like it felt too quick for this match to happen. Because I wanted Jay to have a
Word,
clean defense. His first defense should have been a clean win over somebody. I don't
word.
think it's.
And here's the thing. I know it's not. I don't think it's not. Is it happening on Backlash? Logan Paul versus Jay or not?
They saving it. They gonna save it for a Saturday
Mhm.
night main event, I think.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the problem. How you gonna expect us to believe Seth Rollins gonna beat Jay when he's already feuding with Logan.
Yeah, that's what you should have did the Logan Paul match first. Had him win clean. Then you
Hmm.
do. Then you can do some stuff with him and Seth around. Damn, Money in the Bank come up quick. That's in June. But you could have did something with him and Seth because I do think Braun Breaker should take it from him. So you could
Me
have had
too.
the
Oh yeah,
interference. You could have had the
bro.
interferences after that, and then you lead to Jay and Braun Breaker fighting for the title and Braun Breaker winning it. But I just think the match with him and Seth was too early because you built this story with him and Logan Paul, then you
Word.
went away from it, and nobody saw the clip until it was posted online. I seen a YouTube short about Logan Paul punching Jay Uso, and I was confused. This wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
Facts. That shit was not on the show.
Can I say this though? I'm already over this faction with Seth Rollins. You wanna know why?
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you why, bro. It's so obvious that, and this is mainly the fans' fault. And Triple H is a sucker to look at his old days. So everybody knows this is gonna end like Evolution. Braun Breaker, the Muscle House, aka Batista, is gonna betray aka Seth Rollins, which is aka Triple H, because Triple H and Paul Heyman, which is aka Ric Flair, are gonna talk shit behind his back or try to get rid of him because they know he's a threat, and then he's gonna be a baby face and he's gonna be a world champion. Bada bing, bada boom. Like it's copy and paste, bro.
I think
Literally,
it's
and
gonna be
you
the
know,
opposite.
you think so?
I think Paul gonna stick with Braun.
I do too, and I think
'Cause
So
you could tell he don't
maybe.
really fuck with Seth by the like they do sneaky shit with the interactions and he trying to glaze Seth like he do Roman Reigns, but then he'll give him a side eye like,
Hmm.
hey, get the fuck out of here,
the
nigga.
thing
Then he'll
is,
talk to Braun on the side like, yo, I need you to do this. I'm like, I already see it.
and I think
But
Seth Rollins wanted the. I think him winning the world heavyweight championship again doesn't make sense because when he was feuding with Roman Reigns, I said it earlier on the stream. He
hmm
said that was the B title. So why would Seth
hmm
still want to go after that title? Why would Paul Heyman be pushing him to go after
Here's
that
my
title?
thing.
That's the B
But
championship.
I know. But here's the thing: we're forgetting one big factor here. He's Triple H's guy. Triple H is going to give that man so many world titles that it does not matter. Like I know he only has like 5, but that's because he had him for so long because that's how much Triple H loves him.
Yeah, he
So
had
they're
good
going to
rank.
give him that world title. They were good. Some of them were just really what you call it, just really long. Like
Yeah,
that world title reign was a little too long. Like he could have lost it to Finn. He could have lost it to to Nakamura. He could have lost it, but he didn't. So here's my thing though. I know there's a good chance it might actually be Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, but if Austin Theory does join that stable, I'm telling you, it's legit just fucking Evolution 4.0, and they're gonna copy and paste as much as they can, in my opinion. Like
I'm
I'm
kind of
sorry, that
hoping.
shit's gonna happen.
I think if they add a
I
third member, I think it's gonna hold
mm-hmm,
Braun Breaker back if they add a third member. Because I think
mm-hmm,
him now, this should be the time where he's getting some more matches in, just
mm-hmm.
building his name up, and then he enters the World Heavyweight Championship picture. But I think if you
Mm-hmm.
add Austin Theory to that, he's just gonna be in a tag team, which he doesn't need right now. And
Word.
that will
Here's my thing. I understand why people want. Okay, first of all, can I just say they only want Austin Theory because Austin Theory reminds everybody of a young Randy Orton and shit like that, which I get, but like, no, that's not a reason why you should put that man in a faction. They're like, oh, you should what you call it?
I was
He
just saying
needs
him
it, he
because that's
needs
the most
it, but
popular
it's
name.
like. Yeah, it's like, bro, he don't need that shit. He just needs to be pushed, and it doesn't have to be with these guys. Because also, keep this in
Yeah, I
mind.
agree with that. I just said
Yeah,
him because
because
that's the most popular name going around.
yeah, but here's another thing, right? And this is what I hate about the fans. Did we not forget that he was literally part of the Seth Rollins Monday Night Messiah faction for a few weeks, and it did not work out, so he had to go back to NXT. Now, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that's what's going to happen, but like, can we just say they tried to give him Seth and it didn't work? Like, do we not remember that shit? Like, am I the only one that remembers the pandemic era?
I
Like,
don't remember that part. I don't remember Theory being part of that. I don't know why.
oh yeah, Theory was a part of it, but that's the thing, because it only
It was
lasted
for
a few
like two
weeks because
weeks
it didn't
though.
work. Because it didn't work. It did not work. He looked very off-brand. Like he looked like he shouldn't be belong there. And I don't know how he'll look with Seth now. Like Seth as the only guy more fucking weird with his looks and shit.
Yeah, I
Like
agree with
I ain't gonna
that.
lie,
Yeah,
seeing Braun Breaker with the whole
Wow.
suit last week or the week
Yeah.
prior, that was stupid.
Yeah,
Homie doesn't wear suits. Homie's a t-shirt, jean wearing dude who's ready for action. Like,
hey,
come on, bro.
Ricky.
But that's
Ricky,
just me though. That's just me.
Can I follow up on that? I agree with that, man. I agree with that, man. And another thing, it's only so much. Like, I came in on the perfect topic. There's only so much like seriousness I can take with me personally with Seth Rollins in the faction when he's still on the like
Still wearing that bullshit.
and androgynous effeminate ass shit, man. Like I can't take that. It's serious, you know what I'm saying? Then he got Braun Breaker just standing there not confronting that bullshit at all. Like, come on, man.
Word. I gotta agree with you with that. I do find that funny. Like, yeah, Braun Breaker's gonna. The only reason why this is working so far, right, is because everybody knows this is gonna benefit Braun Breaker in the long run. But really looking at the pictures of them, you got Braun Breaker. Literally his nickname is the Badass, right? He's a dog. Like his logo is a wolf. Sticks to a dude that dresses like a chick. Like, does that make sense? Really? Like, really think about it. Like, if it wasn't for people being like, "Oh, we know it's gonna work in the long run. It's gonna be beneficial because Seth is a big name." That shit makes no sense whatsoever. Like, just standing there, I low key looked back and I said, "Yo, this really don't look right. This is only working because we know it's gonna benefit Braun."
It really lowers Braun, bro. Honestly, Seth Rollins do not need no faction. Why does Seth need a faction? Why does Seth need action?
So I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait, no. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
I gotta answer.
Yep.
This goes into my topic that Seth is not over. I mean, he's one of the most like for to be in his position for so long, he got to change his gimmick so much. I've never seen it. He got to get a faction this late in his career. I've never seen it.
So I'm glad you brought that up because let me tell you why. The same reason why Roman needed the bloodline. Because they're good, but let's keep it a bug. WWE knows, like, first of all, Roman was way worse than Seth. We can all agree that 2015, 16, 17,
hold on,
18 run.
Seth was
like,
never Roman though. Seth was never Roman though.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Seth was never Roman because, again, he was a Triple H guy. Triple H only had so many say-sos at that time. Vince was the last final call, so he's gonna put Roman on top. But as good as Roman and Seth are, they need faction because even Vince and Triple H knows these guys are good, but they're not good enough by themselves because one, they either make no sense, or two, they're good wrestlers, but they can't do the other part right. And that's what it is. Like, low key, if we really speak in facts, like Seth is one of the best wrestlers of all time, but like that motherfucker can't be on his own all the time because it'll make no sense. Like, let's keep it a buck. It really won't.
Yeah, you're not wrong because look at Roman after the bloodline split up. He's still the
Now that I blame writing. I blame writing on that. Nah, Roman looks like now 2025. Roman look like another guy, bro. Like all that build up from the big dog to the tribal chief Vince McMahon did. Triple H has ruined that, bro. Like he looks like especially after this WrestleMania, like and the promo after Paul Heyman, it makes no sense.
And then and going back to Seth, he needs to stay out of Becky Closet. Don't you got your own?
Nah, he's past that. Like he's no point of no return, bro. He's been doing that shit for like 5 years now.
Yeah. Can I just say this too? You know what I found funny about this whole Seth Rollins wardrobe shit is legit. I don't know if y'all remember this segment that happened like in 16 or 17, right? This was when Chris Jericho decided to do the scarf gimmick he was doing. Well, it wasn't more of a gimmick, but it was a thing he was doing with the scarf.
Yeah. Stupid idiot.
Bro, yeah. So I remember a whole segment where he gave Braun and Seth a scarf because they were Team Raw for Survivor Series.
Yeah,
And Seth legit looked at the scarf and said, "If I want to dress like you, I'll go to Lady Gaga's like closet and shit." This man is dressing way more feminine than Jericho was at that time. Like that's crazy to me.
He was just dressing still like an old nigga. Like,
Word, like I ain't gonna lie, Jericho wasn't even like feminine. His was more like old white rich dude that had that attitude.
Seth Rollins literally dresses like a dude from the 1980s. Like,
nah, Seth Rollins legit had a whole see-through outfit.
He's dressing like he's dressing.
That's why Roman Reigns called him a cross-dresser last year.
Word.
Like I can't even take that shit serious. Like, that's what I be saying. Like, what is Seth Rollins' gimmick? And he dressing like that. Like, what is his gimmick? Like,
you know what's funny though? Y'all know the YouTuber, the Great One? Yeah. Bro, he brought up a good point when this whole shit started. He said because remember, Seth was a heel when he started this. Well, he is now, but like, you know, he was recently a babyface for the most part. He brought up a good point that if Seth low-key is just the devil, it's just another version of it. Because like, if you go to the movie, no, listen why. If you look at movies, right, especially like comedy movies, every time their devil comes up to Earth and he takes a human form, he always takes a human form, and his fashion sense is always like outlandish and stupid and ridiculous. And low key, Seth was really like terrorizing and doing stupid shit and costing people so much shit. And so I kind of like that comparison he did. Like, yeah, he's the devil. Like, look, he's coming up. He has this long hair with the beard and has these outlandish outfits. I'm like, oh, that kind of like that. Like, of course, that's not his gimmick, but like that's sort of like a character thing he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, he's like a douche. He's a piece of shit. And the Seth and the CM Punk thing is proof of it. With the whole obsession with Punk going all crazy, like. So I kind of like that comparison he did right there with that.
And pin what Jules said about Roman.
I think this whole aftermath after the triple threat is I still think this is a creative band-aid. That's my term for it, because I don't think this was the plan, bro. Like putting them in a triple threat period was not the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was never the plan. Like this don't make sense.
Let's not forget
the whole alignment of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman makes no sense, bro. No matter how they try to logicalize it, bro.
With Juice, you're right. With Roman taking off, then that's gonna hurt the story, because you built that up 2 weeks ago after WrestleMania. So what you gonna do until Roman comes back? Because we know Punk back now, but what you gonna do until Roman comes back?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tag team match, but like, when is it gonna happen? That's the question.
Right,
bro. Here's the problem.
At this point, bro, I'm ready to see Travis Scott in the ring before I see that match again, bro.
But here's the thing, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick and tired of this Roman and Seth story, bro. Like, listen, as someone who's been watching The Shield, bro, like when this chair shot thing happened,
bro. And then if you're not gonna dress Moxley, don't even do the Shield shit no more, bro. Like,
that's my thing. Like, I've been watching this shit since it happened. I was there when he betrayed Roman. Like, I saw it live on TV. I was in elementary school, bro. I'm 21 years old, and they still talking about this story.
That shit old, bro.
And I'm like, bro, just wait till one of these days Maxley comes back and then bring this story back. Until then, stop with this whole chair thing, man. Like, it's annoying.
I'm gonna see. This is something, bro. I give Vince McMahon this, bro. Like, once the story was over, he didn't address a story for a long ass time. And this is that quote unquote long-term quotes. I gotta put quotes on this shit. Long-term storytelling from Triple H. Like, even if Triple H has no past of creative writing, no credentials in that shit at all.
Oh, he does. It's just not a
Wait, but why? No, he don't. Why would Sami Zayn replace Roman Reigns when he never apologized? You know how stupid that sounds? Sami might be cool with Jay, okay, but him replacing Roman just because don't really make sense to me.
No.
Wait, hold on. What y'all? We might have to do this shit again. What y'all doing tomorrow?
I'm down, man. My bad, bro. Like, I came in a little late.
Nah, you good. The shit. Listen, I mean, we already went over the 1 hour, but shit. Nah, is everybody good for tomorrow?
Hell yeah, man. I'm down.
Should be.
Shit,
Yeah,
let's run this.
yeah,
What happens, nigga Ricky? Oh fuck it. Let's run this shit back. Let's do it during SmackDown even.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's perfect time.
I bet, man. Let's tap in. I gotta get up at 4 in the morning. Gotta do my alpha male routine like
Hell yeah,
Ashton
man.
Hall and shit.
Thanks, I feel you same here, man.
Nah, appreciate y'all coming through, man. We gonna rock out tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, peace, boy.
All right, y'all.
Yup.